Rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Hi guys, what can I get you guys today?
I don't know what to order.
Would you like to hear the story of how I learned what to order?
Whoa, what is that?
That's called a big rig, little lady, and that's the best dead-gum meal here at Shots Crossroads.
Don't wait just a gall-darn minute, Harry. You know darn well the best thing about Shots is breakfast. A 99 is how it's done.
You mean a 109?
No, I don't.
The real pros know that it starts with dessert. No matter what you get, everything begins with a caramel roll.
Hey, little dude. The truth is, there's a lot of right answers on this menu. My favorite is the golden crispy chicken strips and crinkle cut fries. Just listen to your heart, and you can't go wrong. Now go make that order, bud. Oh, hey, kid, whatever you do, don't forget the ranch.
So what you're saying is, as long as I follow my heart, I can't make a wrong choice?
No, kid. The point of the story is order whatever you want.
All right, I'll take a big rig, a 99, a 109, an order of chicken strips with crispy fries, and I take a caramel roll to start with, please. Wait, and don't forget the ranch.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom, zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance? If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Legacy Financial Partners, the Bone and Joint Center, Ask Fitness, Thompson Larson Funeral Home, First Choice Physical Therapy, The Hoopster, KX News, Century Eyewear, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Qdoba, Jersey Mike's Subs, Nathan Stremick Signal Realty, Eyes on Burdick, Chuppy Health, Subway, The Beaupre Law Firm, Minot's Finest Collision Center, State Farm Paul Siebert, Minot Hockey Boosters, Prestwich Orthodontics, Hub International, The UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Ackerman S. Fold, Premier Chiropractic, Vibeto Orthodontics, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Jerome's Collision Center, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, Sport Clips, Shots Crossroads, Planning Team Financial Advisors, ServPro, BNC National Bank, Shields. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Throughout time, one of the best rivalries in North Dakota high school hockey has seen many different venues. Some include the Lumberdome up in Bottineau or the All Seasons Arena. Tonight we're live from the Mesa at the Pepsi Rink, where the Bottineau-Rugby Braves come to town to challenge the Minot Magicians in boys high school hockey. It could be a barn burner tonight. It usually is when the Braves and Magi get together. Welcome into our Shields pregame show here tonight. Shields of Minot and Bismarck bring you the pregame festivities for this showdown in West Region high school hockey tonight. I'm Dick Hulberg. Thanks for joining us for the Shields pregame show. The 3-14 Bottineau-Rugby Braves, coached by Jesse Nostal, take on the 10-6 Minot Magicians here tonight inside of the Pepsi Rink. Shields of Minot and Bismarck has everything you need, from fishing to fashion. They've got it all, you name it. Shields is dedicated to offering you the best retail experience. Shop sporting goods, hunting and fishing gear, clothing, and more at Shields of Minot and Bismarck. They bring you the pregame show here tonight. As always, the Minot High Band is here and rocking tonight, putting a little extra energy inside of the Pepsi Rink tonight for the showdown in North Dakota high school hockey, where you see the Braves and the Magi come together. This is the only matchup of the year between these two teams. Keep in mind, their last matchup came last year when Minot High took on Bottineau in the opening round of the tournament. And that was the WDA tournament. There was a big upset there as Bottineau-Rugby took down Minot High. The Braves had the big-time upset. That was a 2-7 showdown on the opening day of the West Region tournament. They come together again here tonight. They're going to get a good look at the Minot High Band. Boy, they do a good job, don't they? Always fun having them here. Let's take a look at the standings inside of the West Region coming into the showdown tonight. Legacy and Century are at the top of the list with 31 points. Minot's got 27. A win tonight gives them 6 points, as this game is worth 6 total points inside of conference play tonight. And Minot High looks to see if they can leapfrog both the Bismarck schools, Legacy and Century, into that top position here tonight. Mandan currently sits number 3 with 24 points. Same with Jamestown. Two good hockey teams. It's Mandan at 8-5. It's the Blue Jays at 7-5. Bismarck High's 5-8. They're in the middle of the pack at number 6. Dickinson at number 7, 4-8. Williston at 4-9. And then you find Bottineau-Rugby at 3-11. They're number 9 inside of the conference. Number 10, you've got Hazen-Mueller. They got their first win in quite some time the other day. They took down the same Bottineau-Rugby hockey team earlier on here this month. This is Buffalo Wild Wings bringing you tonight's look at the WDA hockey standings. Buffalo Wild Wings of Bismarck with 2 locations. Try the B-dubs in Bismarck. Really is some tasty stuff. Other games inside of the WDA tonight. Bismarck's at Dickinson. Legacy's at Century. And right here, you've got the Braves and Magi going toe-to-toe here tonight. Taking a look at the top producers inside of North Dakota high school hockey on our pregame show tonight. Top producers inside of the West Region look like this. They're presented by NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com. Big thank you to Bob Gillen, as always, 24 years as the state statistician for our great sport. Bob started NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com many years back, and he had the mission of promoting local athletes And he has succeeded at it. You take a look at these numbers right now. You can find them on NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com. Marcus Butts leads the WDA, currently number 2 in the state of North Dakota. 29 points for Butts. He's only a junior. He's a special player. 25 points for his line mate, Drew Beasley, the sophomore. Number 7 in the state. Max Vig from Century currently sitting number 3 in the West Region, number 10 in North Dakota. He's got 23 points, along with Minot High's Mackley Morelli, who we'll see tonight. Max sits on 23 on the year. That comes to the tune of 9 goals, 14 assists on the season. Number 12 in the state, number 4 in the West. Matt Heiner from Mandan, 18 points for him. The junior sits number 5 in the West, number 23 in the state. And then Riley Erickson from Williston sits number 6 inside of the West Region, number 25 in North Dakota. The Coyotes got 17 points on the year. The only thing alarming about this, if you're a West Region hockey fan, is that there's only 6 from the West Region inside the top 25 in the state of North Dakota. East Region has dominated here again this year in 22-23, and you can see that by some of the top producers. Doesn't mean these kids here in the West Region are slackers by any means. Just means the East has some more power here this year. Colton Getzlaff from Bottineau has 22 points, by the way. Not on that list here tonight, but I tell you what, he's a kid that certainly has the ability to be. Colton Getzlaff in the lineup tonight for the Bottineau-Rugby Braves. He's got 22 points coming in. Will he be the X factor here tonight to the showdown at Minot High? Well, we'll take our first break on our Shields pregame show tonight. As we do, we'll enjoy the Minot High School band for just a moment as we head on out into a break on our Shields pregame show. Plenty more to come here from the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena as the Braves and the Magi come together here tonight.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Minot High Band in attendance tonight. 200 strong in the Minot High Band, according to Duffy Novak, the PA announcer tonight here at Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. They've done a great job here tonight setting the tempo for this West Region high school hockey matchup that has the Braves at 3-14, taking on the Magi at 10-6. Welcome back to our Shields pregame show. I'm Nick Hulberg. Glad to have you folks aboard here tonight on the PSP Network for this hockey matchup here tonight at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Could be a fun one when these two teams get together tonight for the 99th time all time. Minot High's got the win-loss advantage at 77 wins and 21 defeats all time against Bottineau-Rugby. And boy, there's been some epic battles and showdowns in that amount of time. dating all the way back into the 70s. Again, number 99 tonight for matchups between these two clubs here at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Shields brings you the pregame show tonight. Shields of Minot and Bismarck again has every sporting good you can imagine underneath the sun. They've also got clothing, footwear, and all sorts of gear for all your passions, from fishing to fashion, you name it. Shields again dedicated to offering you the best retail experience. Shop sporting goods, hunting and fishing gear, clothing, and more at Shields of Minot and Bismarck. Well, we know it's a big one tonight inside the standings for both of these hockey teams as we looked at those in our last segment coming into the showdown here tonight. But what I find the most interesting coming into the showdown here this evening is that this is a Bottineau-Rugby team that has gone 1-4 in their last 5 and 1-9 in their last 10. Minot High, on the other hand, well, they've gone 2-3 in their last 5 and 4-6 in their last 10. However, tonight, I don't know that you're Minot High, you're coming into the showdown thinking this will be a cakewalk by any means. Why is that? Well, according to the numbers, it should be, but really isn't the case. Bottineau-Rugby beat Jamestown earlier on this season. They won 6-5. They recently beat Bismarck Legacy a month ago, almost a month ago to the day. That was at Bismarck Legacy. They won 3-1. Legacy thumped them at the Lumberdome about a half a month ago, 10-3 the score that night. So Legacy got them back, but doesn't mean that that first win of the year for Bottineau isn't still on that record. They lost to Bismarck High 4-3. Dickinson, they lost 6-2. They also lost to Hayes and Beulah that time 4-2. What team is going to come out tonight here for the Bottineau-Rugby Braves here tonight? Will it be the team that beat Legacy 3-1 on Legacy's home ice, or will it be the team that lost to Hayes and Beulah 4-2? Same question can be asked tonight for the Magi. What team do you get tonight for Minot High? The team that on the season that's outscored their opponents 56-47. Will it be the team that has had victories on the year against some top-end opponents? Or will it be the team that we saw lose to Jamestown the other night 4-1? And keep in mind, I say that with a grain of salt, and take it with a grain of salt, only for the fact that Minot High outshot Jamestown in that hockey game in their last matchup. However, they only scored 1 goal. They gave up 4 to the Blue Jays. Let's dive into the numbers here tonight of the showdown, as it is senior night here tonight. And the seniors will be saluted here on the PSP Network. We'll quickly give you these numbers, and then we'll turn it down to Duffy Novak for the senior night presentation. These numbers delivered tonight by the UPS store, located on South Broadway in Minot. For all your packing and shipping needs, it's the UPS store, located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. The UPS store open Monday through Saturday for your convenience. Starting with the visiting Bottineau-Rugby Braves here tonight. The Braves have scored 44 goals on the year. 41 less than their opponents that have scored 85. That averages out to 2.4 goals per game for Bottineau. They've given up 4.7 on average per night. They get outscored by 2.5 goals every single hockey game. They average 23 shots per night. They've taken 80 penalties on the year. That's 4.5 penalties per night compared to their opposition that's taken 82. This is a team that, again, has some players that can get the job done here tonight on the offensive side of things. Goaltending will be big tonight between Easton Freeman, the goaltender for Bottineau-Rugby tonight, going against Minot High's Toby Strand. The Magi have scored 56 goals on the year. They've given up 47. That's a +9 margin. They average 3 goals per game, but they're giving up 2.76 per night. They average 23 shots per night as well. And this is a team that's taken 61 penalties compared to the 65, averaging 3 penalties per game, 3.5 penalties per game on average. We're going to turn it down to Duffy Novak right now for our senior night presentation here at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena, as the seniors are spotlighted here tonight in the showdown where Minot High takes on Bottineau-Rugby. Let's take it downstairs. Here's Duffy Novak, the PA voice of Minot High Magicians Hockey.
Introducing the managers. A senior, Ariana Diaz. Her parents are Lance and Angela Gary. and Jenna Bain. Her parents are Jessica Tomlinson and Jeremy Bain. And now introducing the players, number 6, Haven Freeman. His parents are Nathan and Nicole Freeman. Next up, number 7, Brock Jones. Parents are Donnie and Melissa Jones. Next is number 9, Jackson Bradley. Parents, Jason and Tammy Bradley. Next, number 10, Colton Schuster. Parents are Scott and Tracy Schuster. Next, number 12, Eli Hansen. Parents are Matt and Bobby Hansen. Next up, number 16, Kelton Esslinger, the captain. Parents are Mike and Alicia Esslinger. Next is number 19, Ben Swanstu. Parents are the late Brian Swanstu and Becky and Mike Doctor. And lastly, from the pipes, number 31, Toby Strand. His parents are Boyer and Nicole Strand. Ladies and gentlemen, your seniors. Before we leave the ice, a very special presentation. I believe we've got somebody leaving us this year that's been a part of the hockey community forever. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the cheerleading coach and advisor, Miss Angie Spicer. We be done. Let's get ready to play some hockey, eh?
Well, there you have it. Senior night presentation tonight for the Magi. 8 seniors from Minot High in the lineup here tonight, getting set and ready for a showdown against the Bottineau-Rugby Braves tonight here on their home ice. Big one for the Magi and the Braves tonight. 6 points are on the line in the West Region for North Dakota high school hockey. When we come back to our Shields pregame show, we're going to dive into the numbers of the players that you'll see here tonight. Look at some of the kids that might make a difference in this hockey game. We'll also look at our keys to the game and our starting lineups here tonight. We'll do all that when we come back to the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. The old school rivalry, Minot High, Bottineau, go toe-to-toe tonight right here on the PSP Network.
participation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Legacy Financial Partners, the Bone and Joint Center, Ask Fitness, Thompson Larson Funeral Home, First Choice Physical Therapy, The Hoopster, KX News, Century Eyewear, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Qdoba, Jersey Mike's Subs, Nathan Stremick Signal Realty, Eyes on Burdick, Chuppy Health, Subway, The Beaupre Law Firm, Minot's Finest Collision Center, State Farm Paul Siebert, Minot Hockey Boosters, Prestwich Orthodontics, Hub International, The UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Ackerman S. Fold, Premier Chiropractic, Vibeto Orthodontics, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Jerome's Collision Center, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, Sport Clips, Shots Crossroads, Planning Team Financial Advisors, ServPro, PNC National Bank, Shields. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment, for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Welcome back to our Shields pregame show. We're now joined by the Minot High co-head coach, Mr. Jason Bennett, here in year number 9. A matchup tonight with the Bottineau-Rugby Braves in a showdown, the old school rivalry. First things first, what does this matchup and this rivalry mean to you, and taking you back into the glory days maybe?
Yeah, it's always fun, you know, and when I played, we played up there, and it was competitive, and it was fun. And you know what, it's been, in the last 5 years, it's been competitive with them. You know, there's been some games that, obviously, you always think, well, it's Minot High, the big school against, you know, little Bottineau, the Class B school, it should be. But I tell you, man, they've developed some studs. Their coaching staff and their program, booster program, has done a wonderful job up there over the last, 10 years. You look at some of the names to come out of Bottineau Rugby, and there's some kids that have went on to play hockey. And, look what they did to us last year in the West Region Tournament. I don't know if we overlooked them or whatever, but they had kids that played really well, and they outplayed us, and they earned it, and they won that game, and the rest is history.
This is a team that's gone 1-4 in their last 5, 1-9 in their last 10, but they also have wins against Legacy. They've got a win against Jamestown, played Mandan to a 1-goal game. Sorry about the spit on you there.
No.
But you look at that, is there any concern coming into this matchup tonight, knowing that they do have that ability?
Well, they do. They got some top-end kids, and you don't know what Bottineau team you're going to get. I don't know if you know what Minot High team you're going to get from game to game anymore. We're having a hard time scoring goals. We're playing well. We beat Jamestown down there, and then we lose to Jamestown. We beat Century down there, and then we lose to Century here. We haven't played really well in this building, and it gets to be a bit concerning when the West Region Tournament's going to be hosted here. So possibility the West Region Tournament might be moved to the East Rink, at least our games here at the Mesa Complex. So we'll see. I think we need to get to the net. We need to do all those little cliche things, and hopefully Bottineau doesn't play their A game tonight.
2-3 for you guys in your last 5, 4-6 in your last 10. Biggest concern is that goal scoring factor right now for your hockey team. Have you been a part of this? I can't remember a time in the last 9 years where we haven't had somebody that has been able to bury the puck the way that they have maybe in the past. And what do you do to try to point that in the right direction?
It's goofy. We've been doing stuff at practice, the things. And we talked about, obviously you as a staff or as a coach, you don't always teach kids how to score. Obviously, you do 2-on-1s and 3-on-2s and different stuff like this. But and that's something we focused on, where to shoot the puck. If the goalie's doing this, moving across one way, do that. Or if you're behind the net, maybe you want to just throw it at his pads and there's a rebound, or shoot for the pads for the rebound. So there's some different things we've talked about and we've tried, and that's the best we can do. Some kids are born goal scorers. It's just from the time they're little, they score lots of goals, and if you're not that player, that natural born goal scorers, it's the same way in the NHL, it's the same way in college, You have to find other ways to do it, whether it's one go off your shin pad, or you tip one in, or you bang in a rebound, or like they say, they don't ask you how you scored them, they ask you how many you scored.
I have to ask you this as well. It's kind of a goofy question. I don't want to put you in a bad spot here either, but Mother Nature had a big part of this. You guys have such a goofy schedule this year where you start, you have a 2-week layoff, and then you kind of get into the season. Mother Nature strikes. All of a sudden, you've got 5 games coming up here in the last little portion of the season where you've got a lot of games in hand. How do you approach that?
Yeah, it's goofy. You got a 21-game regular season, and we have 5 of them here in the last, 10 days. So you have, you do the math on that. That's about a fourth of your season in the last week and a half. Usually we're winding down and you can rest up for West Region, but that's not the case this year. And to be honest with you, it's maybe something good. We talked about before in the last couple of years, we've kind of come into the West Region Tournament, maybe heads too big. We've won some easy games, and we're going to have to earn it this year. We got Bottineau tonight, obviously, head to Dickinson to play on Saturday, which is always a tough building to play in. Come back with Williston. We had some success against them, down there, but we scored 4 power play goals in the first 3 minutes. That's a different game if that doesn't happen. And then you go to Mandan, who's playing extremely well, and then you end the season with or Legacy first, and then Mandan. So who knows? We went out. We could be the 1 seed, and if you lose, who knows, 2 or 3 of those, maybe you're looking at the 3 or the 4 seed.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting coming down the stretch. Final thing for you tonight, how do you key in on a kid like Colton Getzloff here tonight, leading point getter for the Bottineau Braves? Do you key on him here tonight?
It seems like in the past, Bottineau's had studs, whether it's Amsbach or it's, a number of those kids that have been stud kids. And we've always seemed to have, really good defensemen. When it was Opperud and it was Bonebreak, they did a really good job in their top-end guys. So I think, that assignment kind of falls upon Jackson Bradley. Jackson Bradley's a kid that I talked to him the other day. Hey, where you end up going this year is where we'll go as a team. like he's that big of an asset for us, and at times he is by far the best player on the ice. And then there's a shift here or there where maybe you don't notice him as much as the best player on the ice should be noticed. So I think that's going to be the challenge for Jackson tonight, saying this is a top-end kid in the West region. He's a dude. He was an All-State last year. He's got 59 goals his last 52 games. Let's shut him down. And I think if we can shut down him, I think we'll be in good shape.
Looking forward to the showdown tonight. Final thing for you. Think any of these Bottineau people that are in here tonight brought any rabbits with them here at the Pepsi Rink?
Well, the nice part about this rink is I know I'm not going to get hit in the head with one unless there's somebody right behind me throwing it straight down, and then it's intended for me. But there's been a few in Bottineau that zipped by my ears and legs, so we're glad we didn't have to go there this year.
Always great seeing you. Thanks for your time as always.
All right, great.
That's Jason Bennett, co-head coach of the Magi. When we come back, we'll get set for our opening face-off tonight. It's the Magi and Bottineau-Rugby Braves right here on the PSP Network.
Smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics. Vibeto Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibetoOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Inside of the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena as we get set and ready for the showdown tonight between the Bottineau-Rugby Braves and the Magi from Minot High here tonight. Nick Hulberg now joined by the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, former Minot High standout Mr. Matt Morelli on the call tonight. It's our Shields pregame show here this evening. Shields of Minot and Bismarck has everything you need from fishing gear to fashion. You name it. All the sporting goods in between. Shields of Minot and Bismarck bring you the pregame show here tonight. We're going to bring in my broadcast partner now, Mr. Matt Morelli. First things first, Matty, what do you think of the high school band here tonight? Those kids are really on fire, aren't they?
God, I love it. You can't beat the band and the drum line. I wish they had a little deal worked out with them. I don't know if they have to slide them a couple cases of Mountain Dew or something, but God, they got to get them in here more often. It just brings a whole different level of school spirit and excitement, and it's like kind of like a playoff game in here. It feels like with a band.
Yeah, it really is another level of energy when they're in here tonight. And that energy level will need to be carried on here tonight as Minot High looks for a win inside of West Region play tonight. And the Magi look for win number 8 here tonight. It's the Braves that look for win number 4 on the season. A 6-point game here tonight. This one is ginormous for both of these hockey teams.
Oh, man, this is an important one. For Minot, we've kind of had a little bit of a struggle at home. I don't think it's been all bad, but we've just, when there's been points, we've kind of let slip away and had kind of a inconsistent game. Now you take a little more added excitement with 6 points on the line. It's big for both teams, and I mean, it doesn't really matter to say it's more important for one team or the other. If you're Bottineau, you're the road team. I think Bottineau always plays pretty tough here in Minot. It's a short road trip for them. They get pretty excited. You're talking a small town against a bigger school. It's always going to be a tight game.
Matchup number 99 all-time tonight between these two teams. Minot High comes in with a 77-21 record against Bottineau-Rugby coming in to the showdown tonight. Let's take a look at some of the players to watch for in the showdown, the leaders coming into the showdown tonight. It's brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Roger Ward Moving and Storage, proudly serving the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. You can find them online, RogerWardMovingAndStorage.com. Starting with the Bottineau-Rugby Braves are led by a young man by the name of Colton Getzloff, one of the harder working players inside of the WDA. 22 points for him on the season. 14 goals, 8 assists for Getzloff. 15 points for Mason Heisler on the year. 17 for Gabe Glaster. They've got some players that can fill it up just a little bit coming in to the showdown here tonight. They go in goal with number 1, Easton Freeman. 4.75 goals against average and an 85% save percentage. Numbers that he'll look to have a little bit higher here tonight if they want a chance to win against the Magi from Minot High. Minot High led by Mackley Morelli. 25 points for him coming into the showdown here tonight. Next in line for the Magi with 17 points on the season, Kelton Esslinger, the captain. 15 for Ben Swanks, 2 on the year. 12 for Jackson Bradley and 11 for Brock Jones. Minot High goes in goal tonight with Toby Strand, the senior. 2.63 goals against average and an 8.85 save percentage coming into the showdown here tonight. Is there anything in your mind here tonight, Matt, that is an X factor outside of goaltending and Getzloff and Morelli here tonight?
Well, I think if you're either team, I think you want to start well. Minot seems it feels like we haven't played for a long time.
I feel the same way.
We had the Mandan game last Thursday that got postponed because of the weather, and it seemed like the day went later in the day. The weather seemed like it got a little bit better. And of course, the players, they don't like that, and they get upset with the school system making a decision. I think they have to do it. You always got to err on the side of being safe, but these teams, the West region, like we've said, there's not a lot of love lost between these two teams. You got a smaller school playing against Minot High, bigger school. They want to show them that they belong and they can hang with these guys. And for Minot, I think we've got to shake that home ice kind of average play. It hasn't been bad, but not to the point where you can say, man, we had a complete game.
1,000%. Minot High's got 3 and 4 on their home ice coming in. It's Bottineau-Rugby that's gone 1 and 8 on the road here this season. Let's turn it over to the Minot High band here tonight for the playing of our nation's national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. What a rendition of our nation's national anthem here tonight as we're set for West Region High School hockey. Time to take a look at tonight's starting lineups delivered tonight by Serve Pro. Serve Pro of Minot and Bismarck bring you the starting lineups here tonight. Starting for the Bottineau-Rugby Braves, in goal Easton Freeman. Jacob Shriver on defense along with Brody Nordmark. Colton Getzloff with Heisler and Odberham up front here for the Braves. Minot High goes with Toby Strand. Haven Freeman at the blue line with Jackson Bradley, the All-West Region player. Colton Schuster up front with Brock Jones and Eli Hansen. The seniors get the start tonight here for the Magi. Matt, you know what time it is?
Goody.
Time for a little Andrew Goodmanson tonight. Are you ready for this? He's getting wiser, it seems like. I don't know how he does it, but he's coming up with stuff that's unbelievable.
Old veteran.
He's a veteran. And as Andrew Goodmanson would say from 701 Realty, the year was 1884. And Pierre Bottineau was a trapper, hunter, and pioneer. He was such a boss, they named the town after him. True story. Thank you, Goody, for that. That's a true story. Told me all about it.
That's an awesome story.
The trapper. Named Pierre Bottineau. Bottineau's named after that gentleman right there. Goody, I don't know if we're going to rename mine at Goodmanson. The Goodmanson Magicians, that'd be all right. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
we'll see. Quick power play coming already here tonight as there's going to be an interference call. Bottineau's in purple tonight with white and orange. Minot's in. They're maroon with white here tonight, and Eli Hansen's going to go to the box early. Referees for tonight are Devin Blada with Eric Steele. Kyle Stevens on the line tonight with Jake Stack. And we're underway here from the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena with Toby Strand on the right side. In the blue paint to your right, and on the left side, the netminder Easton Freeman. First power play of the night for the Braves is out as they go to work. Off the far side wall, it comes up to Getzlaff. He's got it here, fired it towards the net. That one hit traffic, went wide, then it's whacked out of the zone by Morelli and the Magi. Puck comes back now here off of Brock Manson, and he sails it all the way down, back in behind the Bottineau netminder. Back to pick it up here for the Braves in behind his own net, Jacob Shriver. Sends up the far side wall with speed. Mason Heisler carries into offensive territory. Taken there by Esslinger. He darts it out of the zone, but it's picked back up here by Shriver. Shriver's got it here on the far side wall. We're down to 15:46 to play here in the opening period. Morelli fired it in. That one kind of came off his stick goofy. Comes back underneath the net now, and it goes into the possession here for Esslinger. Esslinger shorthanded on the near side wall, picked up here by the Braves. They go out now with Nordmark, and Nordmark goes to center with it. Nordmark's going to dump it down, back in behind Toby Strand. Toby's last start for the Magi, well, he was perfect against Bismarck High. 6-0 was the score of that matchup. Here's a drive coming. Toby makes his first save of the game as it goes off of his stick and into the corner. Comes away now to Bradley. He hammers it up the wall on the near side wing, and down it comes. And Minot's kill looking good early on here. 40 seconds remains of power play time for the Bottineau-Rugby Braves. On the near side wing, Bottineau's got possession again as they start the motor up through center. Nordmark carried it across, and then it's dumped down into the zone by Alex Lorenz. 17 points on the year for Lorenz coming into tonight's showdown. Puck lays underneath the goal line where it's picked up here by Feed. He goes back up to the line. Sent in. Toby Strand with a stick save. Puck goes down away into the corner where it's going to be worked on there here by Glasner. Out into the circle it comes, and now it's going to be freed here for Radke, and Radke sends it up off the glass, and 200 feet down it comes. And Minot High's kill 1-for-1 here tonight as time expires on the Brave power play. Meanwhile, Brock Jones has an offensive zone, sends it back up to center, off down to Radke, and Radke will wait for the Magi to touch up on sides, dumps it in for Jones, and Jones has it here. The senior on senior night walks into the center slot, sends it in. Freeman made his first save of the game. Puck's underneath the net, wrapped around to the far side, up to the line. Radke again, sent down to the corner. Bentz in after it. Finley Bentz off of Jones, and now back to the point it comes. Freeman here. Freeman sends it in, tipped in front. They scored, and the Magi are on the board first tonight as it went right to Tegan Strand, and the Magi lead 1-0.
Well, good things happen. You put the puck on net. It's a good kill for Minot. They had good momentum. You see Brock Jones just buzzing out there, that's what you need. You need guys that are playing at a high energy, hustling out there. Get physical. You've got to bump these guys and get them on their heels. Make Bottineau retrieve and go back and skate the extra distance, dump it in the corner. I think that's a good start for Minot.
Tegan Strand on the board. Freeman and Radke, I believe, are going to get the assist coming here. We'll listen for Duffy Dobeck to give us the official goal call here at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena on the first of the night here for Minot High. Let's listen in. Here's Duffy Dobeck. Panasuk's got it. Tipped down in front. So it's going to go Freeman and Jones, 25 from 6 and 7. And the Magi strike for first blood here tonight. Pucks away on the near side, comes back into the possession of the Magi. They dump it down into the corner. It goes by, and it goes off for a wholesale change. It's picked up here by the Braves, and they start the rush from back in their own territory. How big was that for Minot tonight to get off the goal-scoring schneid early on, just under 5 minutes into this opening period?
Well, I think it's just such a big boost for your confidence, especially when you've had a little tough time at home at certain times. And you got to get off. You got to play with the lead instead of being down all the time.
Comes away down to Esslinger. He's got it here. Esslinger back up to Bradley. Bradley sends it into Morelli. Morelli's got it underneath the net. Sends it back down to Esslinger. Esslinger off. Up now to Matson. Delivered back over Esslinger. He's ridden off the puck. Matson holds the line. Taken there and sent right back in by Minot High. Carter Coleman with the nice play at the blue line. Coleman's going to chase it after it on the far side where it's taken by Getzlaf. He goes up off the boards and it comes back away now underneath the goal line where there's a scrum that will ensue here. Who comes out with it will be the Braves, and it's taken by Getzlaf. We'll see this plenty here tonight. Getzlaf sends it down 200 feet for the icing. That icing brought to you by Planet Pizza. 701-852-1700. Planet Pizza brings you that that icing here tonight. The face-off coming to Freeman's glove side.
Well, I think you're Bottineau. You've got to probably catch your breath, take the icing, get some fresh guys out there, and say, "Come on, let's settle down a little bit. We've got a long game, but Minot's pinning them in there. I think they don't have any other choice but to get a whistle."
Off the draw, taken here by the Braves. They're going to handle and push up to center. Nothing wrong with that style of play for Jesse Dostal here in year number 4 as the head coach of the Bottineau-Rugby Braves. Gives their guns some time to rest on the bench and gives those top-end players that opportunity to try to stay engaged in this hockey game with the energy level needed.
I think just a reminder, you got to be aware of that long pass. Don't let anybody sneak behind you.
Off the draw, in to take it here. Feed goes in against Minot High. Swanks to the puck's taken here by the Braves, and just like you said, here comes Glasner. He's in, he fires. Oh, big save there from Toby Strand. Best crowd we've seen at the Pepsi Rink for a high school hockey game yet this year. And they come alive after the stop was made from Strand. In on Freeman, other side. He goes down and hangs on to it. And Freeman will make the save. His third of the game here with 11:36 to play in the opening period. Minot leads 1-0.
I think you remind us, that's what you need to do. Start firing the puck. You don't need it to be fancy. Just put it on net. You got Stanks coming in, driving. Take a off speed, off bound, you're on your offside shot. Just put him on net. Test him early. You got to get a lot of shots on this guy.
Off the draw, comes back up to Matson at the point. Delivers in, tipped out in front. It went off the pad of Freeman. Back in behind the net, comes down to Esslinger. Esslinger surveys, takes it down underneath the circle, fires it on. There's a pad save. Coleman's got it back behind the cage. Now Coleman going to work. Comes away to Getzlaf, and Getzlaf sends it up to center. Comes away to Bradley, and Bradley shifts it off the wall, and it comes all the way back in behind. There's an icing, and that icing brought to you by our friends at ServPro. ServPro with 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians. Advanced technology for fire and water cleanup and restoration at ServPro. They bring you the power play here tonight, and they also bring you this icing. School band, I'm telling you.
Love it. Love the band.
Strand's in on the draw. He steps in to go against Feed, the centerman on the other side for Bottineau-Rugby. By the way, Bottineau-Rugby's new outfits with the rugby colors added with that orange, purple and orange. I don't mind it. I kind of like it.
Pretty nice. Good upgrade for those guys.
Puck comes away to the near side. It's Panasuk that comes into the zone with it. Panasuk tried to skate it down. Oh, right in on Freeman. Panasuk gave him an extra whack. Eric Steele says right away,
you better be careful. They'll call you for that.
Faceoff will come on Freeman's blocker side coming here. Well, you look at last year, these two teams in the last season met up twice. One time in Bottineau. Minot had the victory 6-2 at the Lumberdome. They matched up at the WDA Tournament. Off the draw, Panasuk sent it towards the net. It was the Braves, the number 7 seed, that took down the number 1 seeded Minot Magicians, or number 2 seeded Magi, I should say. After Minot split that West Region regular season crown with Jamestown, Minot High was the 2 seed. That was a shocker to a lot of people. Same thing can happen here tonight. Even though Bottineau's down early 1-0, you're never safe against a team like this, and they've been that way for so many years, Matt, where they have the ability, they never give up, they never say die, and they've got guys that can bury the puck.
There's too many teams in the West Region that if you overlook them, you'll lose. And the quicker kids get that philosophy out of their heads, the better. You've got to be ready, and if you aren't doing the little things right, it won't turn out in your favor.
Off the draw, Matson's got it here, back to Bradley. Sends it around, back up to Jones. At center ice comes to Swangstu. Goes back to Jones now. Jones gets it back to Big Ben, and Ben's got it underneath the goal line. Sent it in towards the net. Back in behind the line. That will be a goal. No, it won't. It's in the net right now. Devin Blada was there. The Magi thought they got a quick one on the odd angle shot as Easton Freeman slid back into the net. But the whistle blew first, and the score remains 1-0 Magi on top.
I suppose they figured he just had it frozen. He's right on the line there, so that's probably the right call.
JV matchup earlier on tonight was an absolute dogfight. 4-4 through overtime, so they went to a shootout, and Bottineau-Rugby got the win in the shootout tonight in the JV matchup. Puck comes up to Matson. Hello, Matson was absolutely railed there by Getzlaf. And Getzlaf's going to end up in the box on a head contact call.
Well, if you're Minot, that's the guy you want in the penalty box.
First ServPro power play of the night coming here as Getzlaf will go in. They've got the music cranking in here again tonight, don't they?
Lively tonight. I kind of like it. It's like a playoff atmosphere.
It certainly is.
Or a West Region game, I should say.
Break that play down for us. If you're Colton Getzlaf, how do you avoid ending up in the sin bin there? It looked like a nice, clean play to me, in a sense.
I think sometimes you want to get so, these guys get so excited, they want to blow somebody up. You just have to ride them out. You got to be really careful. I mean, those are judgment calls.
Puck comes back underneath the net now here for Jones. Off now. Away to Esslinger. Esslinger side of the cage. Sends it out now. Comes to Swangstu, who's got it here. Swangstu on the ServPro power play. Goes to work and sends it back into Jones. Up top it comes at the point. Bradley's got it. Bradley spins away from a check and now moves it off to Morelli. Morelli's got it back up top. Here's Bradley. Sends it in. Into the glove, a save and hanging on tight. The netminder Freeman will hold on to it, and the faceoff will come now on his glove side.
I think you're Minot. You're on the power play. You've got to move it a little quicker. I think Bottineau looks like they're going to pressure a little bit. They don't want to see Minot have all that extra time.
Minot High's power play for another 90 seconds sits on the ice. Here's Morelli back up to Bradley. Bradley whistles one in. High riser hit traffic out in front. Falls down behind the net. Jones now moves it off. Here to Esslinger, back up now to Bradley. Bradley's got it to Morelli. He sends it down to Esslinger. Esslinger to Morelli in front. Oh, one-timer. He shoots and scores.
Well, I was just going to say, if you're Minot, the shots from the point got to be low. You want to have low shots. It can't be head high, but nice. You got to give them credit. They're moving the puck around. Good play by Esslinger, finding the guy in the slot there, put it home. And you just, what we said, your power play, that's where you need to cash in. If you're going to, that's a big difference maker in games. People don't realize that, how important that power play is. You got to connect on some of those.
Mackley Morelli, team high 11th goal of the year, point number 26. And the Minot High power play is 1-for-1. They lead 2-0 on the BNC National Bank power play.
Either way, if you're Minot, don't get too excited about a 2-goal lead. There's a lot of game left. Bottineau's not out of it at all. They'll settle down. They'll be all right. They're probably just, they know they got to stay out of the box. Either way, too, and you don't want Getzlaf in their box. He's one of their top-end guys. They can't have him sitting for 2 minutes. That really hurts.
Kelton, Esslinger, and Bradley in on the goal, and here come the Braves up to center, 2-on-1, walking, firing, oh, high riser. Just missed for Mason Heisler, looking for his 16th point of the year. Comes away now to Panasuk. He's got it here. Motors on for Panasuk up through center. Puck comes away and it's dumped back down by Mason Heisler. Strand was out of the net to play it. Couldn't get there in time. Getzlaf's in after it. He goes against Strand and the puck is won here by Getzlaf. Puck's in the corner now for Bradley. Jason Bennett in our coach's corner tonight talked about Jackson Bradley having the assignment tonight of shutting down Colton Getzlaff, the top player for the Braves coming into the showdown here tonight. Puck comes away now to Getzlaff, sent it underneath the net. Heisler in after it. So is Strand on the near side wall. They take it to the half wall. Taken there by Panasuk. Up to center. Finley Bentz is into the zone. Bouncer comes back up to center. Taken by Getzlaff. Pitchfork forward. That one's going to be played with a high stick. No, it's not. Comes away down to Bradley. And Bradley's got it here on the near side. Sends it off the wall into the offensive territory of Cabe. But it comes right back down to Jones on the near side wing. Jones has it. He's ahead forward. Jones takes it down into the corner. Hits the brakes. Jones worked on there, down and deep by Feed. Comes back away now here to Swangstu. And Swangstu hits the brakes at the half wall. Swangstu off to Jones. He'll turn and fire, hit traffic, comes up top. Here's Freeman with a drive. He sent it wide. But comes back away down to Radke. Underneath the net for Abrahamson. Pinned up by Nordmark. Puck comes back away now to Abrahamson, who's got some real estate in the corner. Puck's taken down into the far side. Back up to the far side line, taken by Freeman. He just darts it right back around the end wall. Taken here by the Braves, and they had it for a second with Nordmark. Now it goes away to the far side here for Lorenz. Back away to the near side again for Nordmark as they go tic-tac-toe back up, and they come through center where the Minot Magicians will take possession again. Only momentarily, as this puck's going to be pitchforked all the way down into Magi territory, where Freeman takes it down to Radke. Goes up here now off of Coleman to Swangstu. Taken away, back in. Here comes Heisler. He'll fire. Oh, that one went right off the toe of Radke. That doesn't feel good. Puck comes back up to the line. Handled now here by Barch. He sends it out in front. Swangstu's got it. He turns the motor on. Swangstu off to Morelli, and Morelli pokes it free into the zone. Power play goal tonight for Mac Morelli is 26th point of the year. That has Minot up 2-0. But it's the Braves now that send it down into Magi territory on the icing call. Brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics. Prestwich Orthodontics at MinotBraces.com. Call 852-2646.
Oh, sorry about that. I was going to say, if you're Minot, you're having a couple passes that are not connecting. You know, if you have to play in center ice, you don't have a play, you got to get that puck deep. Make Bottineau, you're already pinning them in, they're tired. Get those defensemen moving even farther back. Like, wear them down. They're playing physical, which is good.
Puck's underneath the net now for the Braves. They go to work on it here. Scrumming for it. Morelli's out with it. Went to the point to Manson. Brock Manson back to Bradley. Bradley at the line, walking, firing off the glove. Comes down to Morelli, and Morelli's got it underneath the goal line. They go to work on it. Esslinger in after it. Esslinger down to the corner. He went forward, but it's taken here by Getzlaff, and Getzlaff has it where he tried to shuffle it off ahead. Comes down to the possession here for Lane Tiffany. Taken away now here by Esslinger. He's ridden off. Out in front by himself. Oh, one-timer on a tee. Morelli sent it right to Carter Coleman. Coleman couldn't pull the trigger on it. That would have been number 8 of the year for Carter Coleman. Comes back up now to Manson. Stick save there from the netminder Freeman, and down to the corner it comes. Great A opportunity out front there. There's a delayed call coming here on the Magi. It's going to be touched by the Braves. They carry out to center. Heisler comes in. Another Serpro power play coming. Magi haven't touched it yet. Now they do. Into the glove it goes to Toby Strand. And a power play will come up here for the Bottineau-Rugby Braves. Their second Serpro power play of the game. And it's Kelton Esslinger into the box on a 2-minute unsportsmanlike call.
Well, we just said about, I thought we said about Minot staying out of the box. And come on, you guys, you got to be smarter than that. You're making, I mean, those are mental mistakes. You're already taking it to Bottineau. Don't give them any extra chances by getting them on the power play. Come on, you have to be a little more disciplined than that.
Puck comes back away to the Braves. Out in front, here's a drive all right at the side of the cage. It was there for the assistant captain. Lorenz just couldn't bury it home. Up top it comes down for Nordmark. Flared up in front, they score. And the Braves back within one on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. A power play goal for Bottineau. And out of the pile first, it's number 16, Brody Nordmark, his 7th of the year.
Well, we said, don't give him any extra chances, and that's, if Minot, I mean, you've got to, like, get back to work. I mean, come on, you got to be smarter than plays like that. If you're going to get a penalty, man, make the guy pay. Give him a hard body check. You know, go lay him out. But like, saying something to the referee, those really aren't the penalties that the coach really wants to see.
Puck's taken here by Freeman on the near side. He spins it up off the wall. Abrahamson on the hard forecheck coming into the zone. Comes back away now to Freeman, and Freeman back at center. We'll take it here. Let's listen in to Duffy Novak on the Bottineau-Rugby goal. .16 from 12 on the power play goal for the Braves. And Schreiber was in on it. That's Schreiber's 7th assist of the year as Nordmark buries. Puck's taken now here on the near side. Abrahamson scrums for it at the goal line, but it's freed again here, and with it comes Nordmark. He's got the game's last goal. Comes back underneath the net. Under 5 to play in the opening period. 2-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Magi are on top. Swagster's got it down and deep. Comes back away to Jones. Jones hits the brakes here, spins away from a check. Now Brock Jones tried to center it on front. Nobody there. Lorenz takes it. Lorenz skates it up to center where he walks over the red line and sends it back in behind Strand. Strand played it back in behind here for Freeman. And now Freeman will spin it to his partner Radke. Under 4 to play here in the opening period. How about Andrew Goodmanson, knowing the history of Bottineau and where the name came from?
Goody's been doing his homework.
Yes, he certainly has.
He must have had some help, but we'll give Goody the benefit of the doubt.
Here comes Esslinger out in front. Oh, big shot on goal, save, rebound. Morelli tucks home his 2nd of the game. And Matt Morelli on the doorstep after the shot was there from Coleman. The rebound is in, and Morelli's got his 2nd of the night.
Well, I mean, you got to go where the garbage is. That's what usually helps.
From 27 and 7, I believe, is what's going to happen here. Or is it going to be 27 and 16? Let's listen in. 27 and 16 on the assist. 21 had the goal, and Minot's going to get called with too many men on the ice surface, I do believe, here.
It looks like it. Anytime there's a change when the puck is by the boards, you're like, you guys, you have to know to stay in the box. Don't touch it until the guy is completely off the ice. The refs, that's like calling offsides for a referee. It's so easy. If anything, let's make it tough on the referees and have them make the hard calls. But the icings and the offsides and too many men in the ice are like, that's like refereeing 101. So it's like, come on, Maya, we're shooting ourselves in the foot right now a little bit. We got to get better than that.
Day one on the job, the easy one.
Yeah, it's like making a piece of toast. Anybody can do that.
Off the draw, the puck comes here. Here's a drive, a save, rebound side of the net. Oh, just fanning on it. Tucker Feed just sent it wide. Comes back away now. Feed's got it again. A minute 45 of power play time. Servpro's power play is out for Bottineau, and this is their 3rd power play here in this first period of play, Matt. They're 1 for 2 on the man advantage here tonight. Puck's going to be sent up and out of play, I do believe.
Well, I don't think we want to get into a special team battle against these guys. Not saying that our kill isn't good, but you want to play 5-on-5. Most teams, you want to play straight up. Let's go with our best against their best. The coaches match lines. They always do. If they're smart, they know what they're doing. Minot gets the last change. We just got to use our head a little bit more, I think.
In on the draw, the puck will be taken here by the Braves. They go up the near side wing from Getzlaff. Up to center, Manson's got it again. Taken away now, Manson, the D-man's going to carry it offensive territory. He'll turn and fire. Blocker save off of Freeman. Puck lays underneath the net. 2 minutes, 14 seconds left here in the first period. Minot leads 3-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Puck comes back away now for Morelli out front, working on it here. Comes away now up to center ice where Getzlaff has it, and Getzlaff will carry in. Getzlaf turns a hard shot towards the net. Then Morelli ran into Getzlaf. And the faceoff will come on Toby Strand's glove side here with a minute 55 left in the first period.
I think for Minot, you're playing physical. You can't let the road team come in here and show Minot what's going on. You always want to play physical in your own barns. You're playing physical everywhere. It's a physical game, but get out there and hit, man. Wakes you up. It gets you in the game. Hockey is meant for contact.
Here's a drive. That one just missed. Glove side of Strand it comes. That WDA tournament coming up is going to be one for the ages, I have to assume. Oh, Radke took another one. Ate that one right on top of the ankle again. Here's Getzlaf. Hard shot. Rebound side of the net. Oh, sent just wide. Lorenz on the doorstep, and Toby Strand shut the door again. Puck comes back away into the offensive territory here for the Braves. Serpro power play still out for 20 seconds, but it's Getzlaf that has to recover back at the neutralized territory. Taken here by Tiffany. He dropped it off. Goes back away now here for the Braves. They dump and chase. Comes away to Pickard. Pickard's first shift tonight. Just sends it right up through center. And the puck will be tied up in front of the Brave bench. Comes back away with a minute on the dot right now.
1 minute remaining in the first period.
Thank you, Duffy. Here's the drive coming in off of Panasuk. Freeman made the save, and it's poked free up to center where Deal's got it. Man, Bottineau has had that physicality level turned up to a 10 here tonight, haven't they?
Oh, it's great. You like to see physical play, and you got to finish your check. It's the old saying, just if you're gonna go all the way to force a guy to do something, make him feel it a little bit. You don't have to, take a penalty or anything, but just it's meant to be, little things, the physical play, making, blocking the shots, like you said. That's what it takes to come out on top.
Down to the corner, it came off a feed. Goes away to the far side where it's going to be tied up here by Deal. All right, kids, count them down. We're at 15 seconds right now. Now 14-13 down to 12. All the way back up to center. Braves have it. They push across. Dumped in. Strand forced to make a save. 5 seconds in the period. Puck's taken away by the Braves in the far corner. Down underneath. One more chance. They have an opportunity. But the horn will sound, and we are through one period of play here tonight on the PSP Network. 3-1 hockey game on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Stick around for our Premier Chiropractic intermission report. Premier Chiropractic focused on improving the overall health of Minot and the surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. Find them online, premierchiropracticnd.com. 3-1 at the end of one. Minot leads. We'll tell you how they got to that score through 17 minutes tonight here at the Pepsi Rink at Mason Arena.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Legacy Financial Partners, the Bone and Joint Center, Ask Fitness, Thompson Larson Funeral Home, First Choice Physical Therapy, The Hoopster, KX News, Century Eyewear, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Qdoba, Jersey Mike's Subs, Nathan Stremick Signal Realty, Eyes on Burdick, Chuppy Health, Subway, The Beaupre Law Firm, Minot's Finest Collision Center, State Farm Paul Siebert, Minot Hockey Boosters, Prestwich Orthodontics, Hub International, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Ackerman S. Fold, Premier Chiropractic, Vibeto Orthodontics, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Jerome's Collision Center, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, Sport Clips, Shots Crossroads, Planning Team Financial Advisors, ServPro, BNC National Bank, Shields. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
I wasn't really thinking about the shots, honestly. It's just the shots came to me. Derek and Eric especially had some great drives, which led to some great kicks. Shout out to them. It feels good.
For you to come out here from a defensive effort against Eagles staff, you're way smaller than him. Obviously, how did you get yourself pumped up for that?
Well, Coach has a thing that says height doesn't measure heart, and I strongly believe in that. I got the heart, and it doesn't matter if I got the height or not.
That line, good luck next week.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, great job. I don't have the height, but I got the heart. That was a pretty cool sign right there by Jagger Gunville. Back up to you guys.
Yes, and now.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Legacy Financial Partners, the Bone and Joint Center, Ask Fitness, Thompson Larson Funeral Home, First Choice Physical Therapy, The Hoopster, KX News, Century Eyewear, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Qdoba, Jersey Mike's Subs, Nathan Stremick Signal Realty, Eyes on Burdick, Chuppy Health, Subway, The Beaupre Law Firm, Minot's Finest Collision Center, State Farm Paul Siebert, Minot Hockey Boosters, Prestwich Orthodontics, Hub International, The UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Ackerman S. Fold, Premier Chiropractic, Vibeto Orthodontics, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Jerome's Collision Center, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, Sport Clips, Shots Crossroads, Planning Team Financial Advisors, ServPro, BNC National Bank, Shields. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
At the end of 17 minutes tonight here on the PSP Network. Minot on top of the Bottineau-Rugby Braves tonight. Welcome into our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Premier Chiropractic focused on improving the overall health of Minot and the surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. You can find Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Coney Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry-Domries at Premier Chiropractic ND.com. That's our family's choice for chiropractic care in the Magic City. Taking a look at the first period numbers brought to you by Premier Chiropractic. It was the Magi that saw Mackley Morelli score 2 goals to lead Minot High here tonight in the opening period. The other goal was scored by Tegan Strand. On the other side, Brody Nordmark picked up a tally here for the Braves, and Nordmark on the season getting a big one here, number 2 on the year for Nordmark, point number 7 for him. Here's how it all went down. Minot High got on the board first, 3 minutes, 3 seconds into the hockey game tonight. Brock Jones set up Haven Freeman, and Tegan Strand put it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 Magi. Then at 7:40, Minot was on the power play. Kelton Esslinger to Jackson Bradley to Mac Morelli, and Mac Morelli tucked it into the back of the net. His team high, 11th of the year. That made it 2-0. Then on the power play for Bottineau-Rugby, it was Jacob Schreiber that sent it off to Nordmark, and Nordmark buried for his 7th point of the year. And then even strength at 13:27, Kelton Esslinger and Carter Coleman set up Mac Morelli to make it a 3-1 hockey game with a pair here tonight for Mac Morelli. Here's the period reset of the shots on goal. Minot fired 15 the way of Freeman. 10 were fired the way here tonight of Strand in the opening period. Shots 15-10 favor the Magi. Quality scoring chances. The Magi had 6. Bottineau-Rugby had 5. 13-9 in the faceoffs 1 category here tonight for the Magi in the opening period. Minot High was on the power play 1 time here tonight. They're 1 for 1 on the man advantage. 1 for 3 for the Braves tonight in the special teams category. Take a break on our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. When we come back, we'll get you set and ready for period number 2 here tonight as the Magi lead 3-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We'll head to break with some more of the Minot High Band for you folks here tonight.
Of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you have the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
True, the school song plays on here for the Magi tonight. That Minot High Band in attendance. And boy, they're doing a great job here tonight at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Welcome in to our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Nick Hulberg alongside of Mr. Matt Morelli. After 1 period of play tonight, it's Minot High that leads 3-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Overall, your thoughts on that opening period? Boy, it was sure entertaining, wasn't it?
I think it was a better first period than Minot's had in our last couple outings at home. I think you have, I mean, we knew you got to shake it eventually, but you've got to get off to a good start. It's just so good for confidence and the guys on the bench, and then you can get into rhythm and roll 4 lines, get everybody involved. The coaches feel they want to get guys out there. They want to play them and get everybody so they're they're involved in the game, they're into it. You don't want to have guys sitting too long. That's not good. They get cold and stiff on the bench, and I think Minot just let's be a little bit more disciplined as far as taking a couple penalties that were not the right decision. We don't want to get too hard on players and keep it clean, but we've got to be smart. You can't. I don't think we want to try to battle these guys with a special teams effort. And when you're on the penalty kill, it disrupts the flow of the game. You get certain guys, you have a penalty kill. Usually you have a PK1 and a PK2 unit, and you take guys because you're breaking up lines. And two guys are going to stay out there the whole time. You don't want to be killing, but if you're Bottineau, it wasn't a terrible period for Bottineau, but Bottineau's looking to I think Bottineau has got to equal the physicality of Minot. Minot was a lot more physical than Bottineau. We pinned them in their zone. I think if you're the coaches of Bottineau, they're saying, like, listen, you guys, we can play better than that. Let's match the intensity of this crowd and kind of sell that crowd down. But if you're Minot, don't give them any breathing room. Don't let them get that long pass that Minot, sometimes we fall asleep at times in a shift. Next thing you know, there's a guy in a breakaway or a 2-on-1, and I don't think we want to do that.
Yeah, the puck ends up in the back of your net in a quick hurry. I've said it for years that Bottineau, no matter if they're coming into a matchup tonight at 3-11 or a team that sits at 500, it doesn't matter. They're like a rattlesnake when they've got kids like Harrison Aid or an Amsbaugh or a Getzlaff. That means that they're going to have the opportunity to strike on you at any given point, and we've seen that in the past. Such a cliche hockey question, but how big really is that next goal here tonight? I don't think that Minot High puts a nail in the coffin going up 4-1, but I'll tell you right now that I certainly don't think Minot High's night gets very easy if Bottineau gets the next one to make it 3-2.
No, definitely. You're right. We've seen enough West Region play that all it takes is one shot, one bounce of the puck, and the team is right back in it. You're never out of it. There's a minute left in the game. You're down 2-3. Things look pretty slim for you. But when there's 2 full periods to go, Bottineau was in the game. They had some chances. They had a couple chances. The one on the power play, he just mishandled it a little bit. Didn't get the handle on. He was wide open to the right of the net. It could easily be a 3-2 game or a tie game. I think if you're Bottineau, you've just got to start shooting the puck more. I think the shots weren't terrible. It was actually a lot of shots for both teams. And if you're Minot, a couple times where we needed to get the puck down deep. We had a couple opportunities on the penalty kill where guys aren't shooting the puck hard enough. I mean, come on, you guys. You're at the point in your high school career, you should be able to shoot that puck pretty hard, and you should be able to place it where you want, not up the middle, right to one of their guys where he knocks down the red line. Get it all the way down so it's killing more time off the clock. That's just little things we talk about, the blocking shots. We had a couple nice blocks, but we also had a couple plays that we got lucky on, and we were lucky Bottineau mishandled the puck. Either way, it's going to be a good couple next 2 periods.
34 minutes is what's left here tonight. Should be a good one coming up in this second period. I think the next 5 minutes are probably a pretty telltale sign of how the rest of that period is going to unfold. And I would guess that you're right, that physicality level probably will be turned up even more for Bottineau here in this second period of play. Matt, we got to congratulate Minot High girls hockey tonight. Boy, the Magets have a powerhouse of a hockey team right now, one of the top teams in girls hockey in North Dakota. They get the win tonight over Century, and guess who? Jillian Ackerman adds another shutout to her all-time shutouts at Minot High. 24 save performance tonight. Minot beat Century 3-0. Eve Slind had a pair of goals tonight. Kopp had a goal. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Ackerman coming up with like number 12 or 13 all-time for her. She had 2 shutouts back in her freshman year.
Oh, that's awesome. The girls, the same thing. You get on a roll. This is the time of the year where you want to start to play your best hockey. All the sports, they start to wind that mid to late February, early March is when these seasons will finish up. If you're Minot, you've got to get on a roll. You've got to start to those things we were doing wrong earlier in the year, even in early January, a month ago, we'll say. It's time you get those out of your head and say, we've got to be better. It's time to really buckle down I like a lot of it. It's just mental. It's with these guys. They're young guys. It's easy to say we're not out on the ice like them. We watch it. I think we know the game enough. And you're thinking, come on, you guys. The season is limited with games. We don't have a ton of them. So it's like you should be able to get up for the game. But now it comes time where it's like they say, 90% of it is from your neck up. You know you're there. You got the physical skills to play. But making the right decisions, the little things, got to do them right all the time.
#12th shutout all time for Jillian Ackerman. Went back and looked here real quick. I said it didn't sound right for a quick second, but all the way back to when Amber Borkus was playing for Minot High. She played in 3 games in that first year of high school hockey. She had 2 shutouts in 3 games. Gets number 12 tonight. Congratulations to Minot High girls hockey on the road at Bismarck with a 3-0 win here tonight. Nick Hulberg, Matt Morelli on the call. We're underway here for our second period of play on the PSP Network. Thanks again to our good friends at Premier Chiropractic bringing you the intermission show here tonight. 3-1 Magi at the end of 2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. BNC can be found online, bnc.bank. Your life is busy. We'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online at bnc.bank. Bottineau on those new uniforms for this 22-23 campaign that have the rugby orange on them. I don't know if anyone could top Century's all red uniforms. Those are pretty sharp.
That was a good improvement for Century.
Here's a drive out in front. Oh, that one tipped up and went over the head of the goaltender. Down into the corner it went. I always like Matt Stockert's Blue Jays uniforms too. The blue color, that's always kind of nice. He's probably watching tonight, I'd have to assume. Puck's taken here by the Braves. They're trying to clear it onto their own end. Take it now. They will do that as they send it up to center where Jones had it momentarily. And back in comes Swankstu with it. Swankstu run in too hard there as the puck's going to be taken here by the Braves again. Here with Schreiber. Schreiber hemmed in there. And the puck comes back away down the near side where Morelli's got it. Morelli tried to throw it out in front. He couldn't. Puck comes back away to the far side up at the line. Held in by Radke. Radke's going to need some ice bags here tonight, Matt. He's taking a couple off of the top of that foot here tonight. Here's a drive in front. That one hit traffic. All the way back up to the far line. Freeman's got it. Freeman tried to send it down. Taken by the Braves. They bring it up to center. This is Lorenz that gathered. Make that Glassner instead. Glassner dumped it down. Sad sight to see here. The Minot High band's packing up, but they're on their way out. But kids, I got to tell you, that made my night here tonight. Props to the Minot High School band for being here at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. A job well done tonight here on a Tuesday night for North Dakota high school hockey. Back in behind the net. Coleman goes to work on it. Puck's freed on the wall on the near side. Esslinger gets it off to Morelli. He's got 2 tonight. Can he make it 3? Fires it in. All right into the catching mitt it went. And hanging on to it, the netminder Freeman comes up with his 14th save of the hockey game.
Yeah, I'm with you on the band. I wish they'd stay all until the end of the game. It's so great. Such great school spirit when those guys are rapping off some songs. You gotta love it. We just don't see it enough. I wish it was a little bit more. I know that kids are busy and they hit the other sports, but it's always great to see.
Minot High basketball in action tonight. The boys are at the auditorium taking on Turtle Mountain tonight. See if we can get an update for you on that matchup here this evening. The girls are at Turtle Mountain tonight in Belcourt taking on the Bravettes tonight. Big night in high school sports in the West region. It's that time of year right now, though, Matt, where things are really starting to come and wind down to the tournament time and that chase towards the tournament time and WDA championships. All these games are of so much importance right now. I know that a WDA championship isn't an end all for everybody, but for a team like Minot High that had some expectations this year, you would think that that would definitely be a piece to their puzzle. Off goes the netminder Freeman. Another call coming here on the Magi, and into the box for the Magicians. It's going to be Panasuk that will go in. I believe it's a cross-check call coming here on Easton Panasuk. It is.
Shoot, yeah, those are tough. We've said it before. Anything by the boards, you just have to let up. You can't get so excited. I know you guys they want to just have a big body check and they look good, but when it's so close to the boards, you're better off just to maybe grab them and just bear hug them into the boards. You have to go on the side of safety. I mean, it's the right call the bulk of the time. Most of the time they're 2-minute penalties, but you just don't want to see anybody get hurt.
2 minutes for cross-check.
Serpro power plays out here for the Bottineau Braves. What can they make happen on this man advantage? They look to see if they can pull it back within one here tonight. Swanks too short-handed, carries up through center. Puck goes off the far wall and now into the offensive zone. Here comes Getzlaf, back up it comes. Getzlaf's got it again, and now Getzlaf twirls in the zone with it. Dropped it back up top. Getzlaf walks, fires. Oh, high riser off the glove of Strand, and that one goes up into the protective mesh. And a stop of the play as Toby Strand was forced to make his 10th save of the game.
Well, if you're Minot, you can't let Getzlaf get that wide open like that. If you're going to have a guy forced at the point, those defensemen have got to read. Somebody's got to move up to that top of that box. And in the penalty kill, you're playing a box, and Minot's got to realize that. You got to be a little bit better in playing up.
Getzlaf drops it back here. Morelli's going to take it. He'll launch this one all the way down. Freeman out of the net to play it with the Bauer stick, and he leaves it back in behind the goal line. North Dakota Fighting Hawks got a couple big wins this weekend at Miami on the road. They dusted them on Saturday night, I believe, 8-0 or something like that.
Miami's not very good. They haven't been very good for quite a few years, but boy, that's a beating.
Puck comes back out to center now where it goes here to Lane Tiffany. Tiffany moved it ahead, then it's taken by Radke, and he sends it right back into the offensive zone for the Magi. We're 4 minutes into the second tonight. The Magi lead 3-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, but the Serpro power play still out here for the Braves. Short-handed, Morelli's going to walk in. Oh, Morelli had his pocket picked there as Nordmark stick checked him. Comes away down to Tiffany. He pokes it free with the motor on. This is Heisler. Heisler walks in and fires. Toby Strand made the save. Puck comes back away on the near side wall. Esslinger got into the back of a Brave player there. That was Tiffany. And Esslinger's going to sit here, I believe.
No, I think it's Morelli here. I think looked like it. No, maybe not. I thought it was Mac, but I guess it is Kelton. God, that's a. Now I don't know about that one. That was just kind of an elbow in the back. That wasn't a cross check. I got to give Kelton the benefit on that one. I think that looked a lot worse than what it was. And I don't know. I mean, come on. Don't like to get too hard on the refs, but that one could have gone either way. I don't know. I mean, now you put us down 5-on-3.
5-on-3 for the next 14 seconds. Puck comes back up top here for the Braves on their Serpro power play, and a prime time opportunity here for Bottineau-Rugby. Puck comes back away down to Bradley, tries to get it out of the zone. He does. Launched it down with the wrist shot. Out comes Panasuk, and Panasuk skates across. As out will come Swanks to replace him. Swanks to fresh off the bench on the far side. He gets it here only for a second. Now it's handled by Lorenz, and Lorenz is in. Oh, high riser over the head of Strand. Comes back away. Shot Lorenz loose in front to drive a save. Rebound. They scored. Side of the net wide open. Tucker feed puts it home. His 6th of the season. And Bottineau's back within one.
Well, I think if you're Minot, we talked about it. Penalties. Stay out of the box. Let's play them even up. I don't know. I don't know what it is. That was a tough call there. That could have, I don't know if that was, you can't fault Esslinger at all on that one, but either way, it's a penalty. The bottom line is you're in the box and you're putting us down, and it's like, Minot, get back to just 5-on-5. We're all over them 5-on-5. But boy, when it comes to special teams, what's that? There's second one, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 4.
Special teams is now, yes. They've got 2 power play goals. They have had 5 power play chances here tonight. Let's listen in to Duffy Dolbeck. They say unassisted. Puck's on the side of the net. Abrahamson scrubbing down in deep. Comes away down to Brock Madsen. Oh, he's plastered there by Getzlaf. Getzlaf's not the biggest guy in the program by any means, but man, he's had some muscle plays here tonight where he's worked the Magi over in a sense at certain points here tonight. Comes away now here to Jones on the near wing. Jones sends it across. Abrahamson trying to chase in after it. Down to the corner it comes. Abrahamson's going to have it here. I'll tell you right now, that WDA tournament is going to be a stressful 3 days here at the Pepsi Rink for a lot of people. I don't know if I could pick 4 right now and guarantee you the 4 that are going to go to that state tournament. Probably have a pretty good idea on a couple of them, but I don't know. It's a toss-up either way. Look at Legacy leading the division right now in the conference. Bottineau beat them earlier this year, 3-1.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to predict that. I mean, it'll be a shootout. It's whoever is ready and whoever puts together 3 solid games can win that.
Into the offensive zone, Braves again. Here's a drive loose in front of Strand. Oh, the stop was made. Alex Lorenz had the chance for his 11th of the year, and Toby stopped a delay call coming here on Bottineau. Strand is off, and Minot High sends out the extra attacker. And for the second time here tonight, Minot High's power play comes out.
Well, you figured the next one was coming on Bottineau. We'd had 2 or 3 in a row, so you hate to say you can see it coming, but if the next one would have been on Minot, that would have been, it might have been a minor riot in here. I think you hate to say refs are like that, but you can just see it that we were probably due for a power play.
Into the box. On the 2-minute charging call will go number 6, Tucker Feed. And the Serpro power plays back out here tonight for the Magi. Serpro 24/7 disaster response and emergency services. Puck comes back away for the Magi now. Radke's got it here. Radke up through center. Magi are into the zone. Strand dropped it off. Panasuk fanned on it. Panasuk worked it back up. Down a deal across. Radke sends it across. Here's Panasuk a drive. Oh, top shot. He scores. Panasuk lit the lamp in the top corner. And Minot High's power play strikes again. 4-2. They lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Well, Minot was due for a power play. That's a nice setup. Good to move. Got the puck moving pretty good there, which is what you need.
Well, Panasuk's power play goal for the Magi has them back up by 2 as Minot High's power play sitting at 2 for 2 here tonight. He shot that puck to score it, didn't he?
Yeah, that was a nice shot.
Scoring a power play goal at 7:06 of period number 2. Number 11.
But you pick the corner, and that's what you need to do. You got to bury it. You get chances on the power play. You got to partially open net. You got to bury those.
Abrahamson and Radke are in on the assists. Bradley trying to ride off Colton Getzloff. Getzloff takes it here at the top of the point. Then it's taken away here by Coleman. Coleman trying to dance his way through. Uh-oh, legs were swept out from Coleman there.
Probably could have been a penalty on Bottineau there.
Puck comes into the offensive zone. Morelli's got it. Morelli trying to feed it out in front to Coleman. Comes back away now. Coleman delivers down. Back to Esslinger. Esslinger's got it here. Back away now to the point. Radke's got it. Radke fired it in. Down to the corner it comes. Mackley Morelli handles in the circle. He'll walk out. Sends it towards the net. Glove save. And into the catching mitt it went to Freeman. And he robbed back Morelli of the hat trick on that opportunity.
Well, it was a good answer by Minot on that. Let's get that 2-goal lead back, but still, you can't be satisfied. It's going to be a shootout. There's so much time left. Bottineau is like wide open right now. I think Minot's got to get back to that, playing the body a little bit more this period.
It's been all the way since 2011 and 12 that Bottineau has beaten Minot here at the on Minot's home ice, I should say. You got to go way back in time. 5-1 victory back in 2011 and 12 for the Braves against Minot High. Now, Minot High up at the Lumberdome hasn't fared as well since 2010 against the Braves. They've gone 8-4 in their last 12 at the Lumberdome. That's a hard place to play in one of the most storied arenas inside of North Dakota.
A lot of history up there.
A lot of history. Talked to Jason Bennett. I asked him if he thought any of the fans from Bottineau here tonight were going to bring any rabbits into the venue. He said, well, at least if they do, he knows he's not going to get hit on the head with one here tonight like he has in the past at the Lumberdome. Puck comes back away down to Radke.
Got to think positive.
That's a good way to look at it. Puck comes down away here to Abrahamson. Out front with Swagstu. Got it back to Radke. Sends it in into the catching mitt. It goes. Freeman went down and he held on to it.
Well, that's a way to put him on net. I think we've got to get a few more shots. We're not when I haven't as many shots on net here. I think we've got to keep pouring the shots and keep them busy. The thing is, you're in the offensive zone. Keep wearing their defensemen down. They're probably going with going to have to, go with certain guys, shorten up the bench a little bit. Like I said, just make them skate the extra. That'll help.
Esslinger wins the face-off, back up. Bradley one-timer, sent it in. Oh, Esslinger got the stick right in the skates of Lane Tiffany. It actually went right through the toque, and that stick still stuck in Tiffany's skate blade there.
Man.
So,
God, how many times we got to say, you got to, come on, you guys. Jeez, I mean, I don't know what, got to keep it G-rated up here, remember that, but boy, we're just taking all these penalties. I mean, I think that's his third one. We've got to be, come on, you guys, you're better off just to let up. You just got to be in control of your stick and your body. Or you can't keep giving Bottineau these opportunities. They're just licking their chops over here on power play.
6th time tonight the Serve Pro power play is on the ice surface here for Bottineau, and they've scored on 2 of them already here tonight. Their power play comes out with 8 on the dot to play here in the second. Minot leads by a pair at 4-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Manson hammered it out to center, was gloved there by Nordmark. Goes to his partner over on the far side, that's Schreiber. And now it's Getzloff that turns the motor on. He can wheel and he skates it into the zone. Getzloff takes it down into the corner. Getzloff's got it here. He goes back up to the point. Getzloff dropped it down. Taken here by the Magi. They fired all the way out and down it comes. That one goes all the way down to the other end of the ice off of Finley Bentz. And it comes into the possession now here for the Braves, where they go to work up the far side wall. Nordmark had it, then Bentz took it away, then Bentz sends it into the offensive territory, but it was gloved by the captain there, Schreiber.
That's what we're talking about, those plays. You're at center ice. It's got to be all the way down, not getting knocked down at the top of the circle. It's got to be in the corner so you can make a good change. And it's little things like that are kind of a little bit of a thorn in our side right now, I think.
Getzloff gets around one, now another. He's going to turn it, fire stick save there from Strand. Puck comes on to the far side wall, goes back now, away to Getzloff. He's got it here. Cycles it up top. Lane Tiffany's got it. He'll set it in. Tipped in front. Off the side of the net. That one bounced in from Heisler. Comes down to the corner. Underneath the goal line. Work back up. Tiffany's got it one more time at the point. Tiffany threads it across now to Getzloff. Hounded there by Jones. Getzloff gets away, and now Getzloff sends it back up. Tiffany again at the point. Goes off the end boards. Looking for the Lumberdome bounce off of that one from Tiffany. Didn't get it, but it still comes over now to Feed. He sends it through the center slot. Nobody there, and back up to the point it comes again. Tiffany. He's got the best hockey here I've seen so far in the WDA, probably. Drops it down into the corner, and back at Gretzky's office, the Braves go to work. They set it up here, up to Tiffany. On a tee, sends it in. Strand goes down and makes the save on the one-time boomer that came from Lane Tiffany, and Esslinger comes out of the box after the Strand save. We go back to 5-on-5.
Well, let's hope we keep it like that, because boy, we just can't keep killing penalties all night. You're wearing your penalty killers down. You've got guys on the bench that are rested up, waiting to get out there, and they can't, because you have to use different guys for a penalty kill.
Off the draw comes, back in behind the net. Take it here and work back up. Out to center ice, Minot High moving and grooving here with Schuster. His first shift of the night, sends it down now to Panasuk. Panasuk in the corner. Eli Hansen out after it. Comes away to Hansen. Schuster in the center slot, called for it. Went up to the point here for Deal. Then Hansen hounded on the far side wing. Uh-oh, look out. That one caught Kyle Stevens, and it went into the Minot High bench, and Stevens got nailed. Oh, those poor referees, I'm telling you. A lot of people don't realize the officials, some of them have elbow pads on and some shin pads. Other than that, besides the...
No, there's not a lot of protection for refereeing. I'm sure they just shake their head at those guys like, what are you shooting it at me for?
The garter's there to protect him as well, but that whole upper body is completely exposed by just a referee's jersey. Ufta comes back up now here to Deal. Tried to tip it out in front. Schuster was unable to. Comes back underneath the net now. Taken by the Braves. They send it around. Tiffany sends it all the way down. That stretch pass was there, but nobody home. And with 5:31 left of the second, and icing comes out. This icing brought to you tonight by Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Try their Blue Buffalo Pizza tonight at Planet Pizza. You won't be disappointed. Planet Pizza brings you the showdown tonight, along with our friends at Hub International Insurance. Contact Josh Cattell or Michael Borman today at Hub International Insurance. Blocker side of Freeman in on the draw. The Magi will send Morelli in to take the faceoff. He goes here against Abderrubin. Comes back away now off the wall. By the way, the Bottineau Current has a writer by the name of Matt Semich, who writes plenty of articles for the NCHC of college hockey. He did a 3-part story on the rivalry between Minot High and Bottineau. He had all these great interviews that were included. Here's Morelli all the way down. Comes in. Whistle was blown there as Freeman almost had a glove on it. And the faceoff comes on the glove side. Anyway, this 3-part article that he did was maybe one of the best articles I've ever read in my entire life. The tradition, the history, he broke it down in so many facets. He had all the stats. It was so worth reading. A 3-part series that came out in the Bottineau Current. And man, some of those interviews that he had with some of the old timers from both sides, maybe like a John Willard from Minot High who was on the original team, and some of the guys on the other side up in Bismarck or up in Bottineau, like Kim Herbal and some of those guys.
Old school guys.
Old school. Just the rivalry, talking about how Minot had to have a police escort out of town one night because it got pretty carried away up there. Do you have any memories like that playing Bottineau in your time back in the 80s?
Oh yeah, there were some great games up there. I mean, you got to think back. There was parts of the arena they didn't even have glass. There was chicken wire. It's like, man, you know it's rough when you're going up and playing in that atmosphere. But yeah, that's old days. It was kind of fun. We are always a little bit nervous up there, but always great games.
Puck comes away down to the Braves. They had dominance back in the early days before the WDA was actually formed as a conference. They were a team that had plenty of state tournament appearances and one of the top teams inside of the western side of North Dakota that would be at the state dance. Bottineau's a team that's made a trip to the state tournament 16 times. Their only region title came back in 1993. Remember the name Pete Fisk? I know you do.
Yeah, Fisky, for sure.
He was a player that was one of the best goaltenders to ever play in that program, one of the best goaltenders to play in the WDA. He actually held the shutout record all the way back into the early 2000s from 1993. This puck's going to be tipped, and it comes all the way down back behind the net. Fisky, one of my favorite coaches of all times. He was he was my goaltender coach at Minot High School back in the early 2000s as well.
Well, you forget about Fisky being the goalie, but there was games where he wasn't suited up as goalie and he would skate out, and he was pretty darn good. I mean, most goalies can barely skate out and much less be a factor. Fisky loved playing out, and because he figured, hell, I'm not playing goalie. Well, let me be a forward. He loved doing that.
He actually did that when he played for Minot State. He was a goaltender for the Beavers, and
that's what I was talking about. Yeah,
he went out and played for the Beavers as a forward one night, Matt. He scored 2 goals in that hockey game. Player of the game, the starting goaltender, decided, hey, I'm going to take a night off from in between the pipes. Let me play forward. Everyone probably thought that was a joke, and then when he scored more than the top scorers on the team that night, I'm sure people were kind of looking at him going like, what are we doing here?
Might be taking a spot of a regular guy.
Yes. How do we make it happen? Puck comes back away down to Swagstu. He's got it here on the near side. Track down that article from Matt Semich at the Bottineau Current. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed that you did that. It really is a piece of art that he put together, the time and effort that he did over the summer last year, at the interviews that he had, and the amount of great memories that it brought up, and the great conversations. Bottineau, traditionally for years, has always seemed to have one of those guys that's just a top-level player. They've had Mr. Hockey's Eric Herbal, Harrison Aid, kid like Gamsbaugh. Oh, here comes Panasuk. He's in again. Panasuk hit the brakes. Had the idea. Now Panasuk's going to haul a man down on the near side wing. And Minot High is going to go short-handed again. This time it's Panasuk into the box. And for the 7th time tonight, the Serve Pro power play comes out here for Bottineau, looking for their 3rd power play goal in the hockey game. But that one's hard to argue with.
I know you got to mention the sponsors on a penalty kill, but oh my gosh, you guys, holy cow, I'm hoping there's some Advil up here. I need some. Good grief.
Serve Pro, trained technicians, advanced technology for fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. They bring you the power play here tonight. This is the 9th time that the Serve Pro power play has been on the ice, and 7 of them have belonged here to Bottineau-Rugby. Braves with possession. Morelli in against Getzlaf. Getzlaf is going to turn the motor on and skate it into the offensive zone. Getzlaf then just cycles it down to the corner. In after it is Bradley. Trying to get it over now to Brock Manson. Sends it here off of Esslinger, and Esslinger sends it. Look out, John Grubb. That one almost caught Minot High's co-head coach on the top of the head of the Minot High bench.
Getting back to the power penalty kill, we've said we had a chance to get it all the way down. You had nobody on you. You're getting it only to the blue line. Same with we've got to do a better job making sure. Come on, you guys, you got to be better than that. It's got to be all the way down. I mean, we're given it's a matter of a face-off in our own zone.
Puck comes down to Getzlaf up top. Getzlaf surveys here, brings it over up top. Blocking the shot there was Swangstu. Comes out to center, and now the scrum is on right at the neutral ice territory. Jones had his pocket picked by Getzlaf. Down to under 2 to play here in the second. 1:09 of the Serve Pro power play here for the Braves. And they go to work now where they carry it into the offensive zone on the far side wing. Puck's taken away by Jones. He's up over the red line. Jones trying to turn the motor on. Jones towards the net, whacks it towards the goal, went wide. Underneath now, Jones gets it back only for a minute. And it's taken here by the Braves and Brody Nordmark, who starts the rush up to center. Nordmark dropped it back down to Getzlaf. He sends this one all the way down. That's going to be an icing, Matt. That icing brought to you by Jersey Mike's.
That's enough to give a coach a really shake his head when you ice the puck on the power play.
Jersey Mike's subs is a sub above. They bring you the player of the week each and every week on the PSP Network. Jersey Mike's subs is a sub above. Congratulations this week to Derek Dissett from Minot High Basketball. Named our player of the week. Broke the school record for the most points in a game. He scored 45. That record stood since 1944. Then he also broke the all-time career point record at Minot High, a record that stood for 20 years. He surpassed 1,360 career points halfway through the season. That was last week for Minot High basketball. Puck's taken here on the far side. He's going to come around out of feed. He's got it here. There's the 1 minute call. Comes up top. Here's a drive into the glove, then out. Comes back away. Sent up the wall. Nobody home there as Abduhamid sent it ahead. Comes back away down to Tiffany. It's Morelli here on the forecheck for Minot High's kill. Puck is freed down here by the Braves. They skate into Minot High territory out in front of the Magi net. Look out. Radke goes off the glass. He was aimed right at us. That one shuffles itself all the way down. Panasuk out of the box and back over to the Minot High bench. All right, kids, get ready to count them down. We're at 27 seconds right now. Puck's going to come away back underneath the Bottineau net. Lane Tiffany here. Bumps it free to the far side. Comes away off to Lorenz. Back up now to Radke. Radke again gets it here to Jones. Then Jones. Hello, Lane Tiffany planted Jones. And Jones steps up and said, anybody get the number of that truck? 5 seconds left in the period. That was a rock'em sock'em hit.
Well, he'll be awake now.
Holy cow. Lane Tiffany. That was more like UFC than anything else. Jones didn't know he was there, and Tiffany said hello.
But there's times, like we were saying, these guys don't talk enough. Whoever's there, his teammates got to say, heads up, he's coming, he's right there. He didn't even know he was there. He just went to try to dump it in and turned around, and, well, he saw what happened.
Kids cut him down 3 seconds, now 2. One more shot at the end of the period. Oh, up in front, Swangstu fired one towards the net. But the save was made, and we're through 2 periods of play tonight. Let's go to our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Premier Chiropractic, focused on improving the overall health of Minot and the surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. Find them online, PremierChiropracticND.com. 4-2 after 34 minutes of play tonight. 17 more to go here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Legacy Financial Partners, the Bone and Joint Center, Ask Fitness, Thompson Larson Funeral Home, First Choice Physical Therapy, The Hoopster, KX News, Century Eyewear, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Qdoba, Jersey Mike's Subs, Nathan Stremick Signal Realty, Eyes on Burdick, Chuppy Health, Subway, The Beaupre Law Firm, Minot's Finest Collision Center, State Farm Paul Siebert, Minot Hockey Boosters, Prestwich Orthodontics, Hub International, The UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Ackerman S. Vold, Premier Chiropractic, Vibeto Orthodontics, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Jerome's Collision Center, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, Sport Clips, Shots Crossroads, Planning Team Financial Advisors, ServPro, BNC National Bank, Shields. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman S. Vold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman S. Vold. Find them online at ackermansvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman S. Vold. Find them at ackermansvold.com.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus Plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
4-2 the score on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Welcome into our Premier Chiropractic Intermission report. Premier Chiropractic focused on improving the overall health of Minot and the surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. By Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry-Dobries at Premier Chiropractic. Our family's choice for chiropractic care in the Magic City. Well, they've got Kiss blaring in here tonight. It's been a good atmosphere. It's been a good hockey game. 4-2 at the end of 2 periods played. Shots are 24-19. Minot's got the lead in the shot column and on the scoreboard. Matt, your overall thoughts on 2 periods and 34 minutes of action in the books here tonight?
I think it's pretty good. I think Bottineau came out a little bit, they woke up a little bit that second period. They're in the game. I mean, they've had some chances. They've had some good looks. Rand's made some good saves. Freeman's made some good saves for Bottineau. It was kind of like a back and forth period. I still think there was way too many penalties Minot's taking. You can't give Bottineau opportunities like that. They've got too many guys that can, with skill, that can put the puck away. And I think you're playing with fire on giving them that many chances. You're taking 7 penalties in 2 periods. That's uncalled for. I just don't think you can keep playing that type of style. I think your Minot, just be physical, but under composure. You got to be in control when you're going in to make hits. Bottineau, they're right there. It's a 2-goal lead. The next goal is huge for both sides. Probably bigger for Bottineau. You don't give him any life, but I think Minot's got to get back to that style in the first period. They were banging, they were bumping, they were getting their way. They were kind of like taking up the passing lanes. I don't think Bottineau was probably didn't have a lot of opportunities. They were looking for some long passes, but I mean, it's going to be a good third period. We talk about the West Region games. They're great games. All these games are leading up to the West Region. It's anybody. It's how do you bet on? I mean, how do you say you can't put too much focus on one team, because if you're not ready, you look at some of these games that have been the results of up till this point. These teams are knocking people off, and if you're not, if you don't have your best stuff, it's probably going to be a loss for you.
Well, you look at the standings right now, Matt. Standings presented by Buffalo Wild Wings here tonight. Legacy and Century with 31 points at the top of the list. Minot with 27. The X factor of those top 3 is that Minot High, coming into tonight, has only played 10 games inside of conference play, where Legacy's played 13 and Bismarck's played 12. So Minot's got a little bit of a cushion, if you will, but if they don't get the 6 points here tonight, you can kiss goodbye any opportunity for a West Region regular season championship. Mandan at number 4. They've got 24 points. Jamestown at number 5. Bismarck at number 6. Dickinson at 7. Williston at 8. Bottineau at number 9. Hayes and Beulah at 10. I'll tell you right now, if I'm Mario Lamoureux and the Legacy Sabres, I don't think I want to play Legacy. I don't think I want to play Century. I don't think I want to play Minot. I don't think I want to play Mandan. I don't think I'm itching to play Jamestown by any means. I'm not itching to play Dickinson. I'm not itching to play Bottineau-Rugby. And Bismarck High, you know them, at tournament time, they're always going to be tough. Don't forget about the Coyotes from Williston. It could have been a lot quicker if I would have just said, I don't think they want to play anybody, because it's anybody's game right now, and that's the point.
You could have said that, but you just had some airtime you want to use up, so you just stretched it up. But no, you're right. All these teams are, I mean, on any given night, somebody's going to get beat, and whatever you think, it's kind of like the old saying, maybe you just bet the opposite of what your gut, if your gut says go with so-and-so, maybe you just say, you know what, I think I'll just go the opposite and save myself a headache. But either way, when the West Region tournament comes, there's always great games. They're all most of them are fairly close. There's not going to be too many lopsided games, and there shouldn't be, just like these games. They're pretty close. I mean, even though Minot's up by 2, the shots are pretty, Bottineau, I think, outshot Minot that second period. I don't know exactly, but they've had stretches where they've got the puck in their stick, and for more than Minot does. And Minot's just got to, like we've said all along, you're unsure in your own zone, just chip it off the wall. It's the simplest play in hockey. The board's glass is like another player. Just fire it off the glass. Worst case scenario, it's an icing, which isn't the end of the world. Most coaches will say, you know what, we'll take it. You get to a higher level and you can't come off the ice, that's different. These guys, they can change. So either way, I think why not just get back to, bumping Bottineau, taking away their space. Don't let their top-end guys be handling the puck for long stretches. Most times in hockey, guys don't have the puck on their stick very long. It's short, it's quick passes, it's give and goes, and that's, protect your own zone. Be tough, be good, be a good defensive team. The old is saying you got to be a two-way player. Play both ends. You can't just be all offensive. If anything, be a better defensive player than offensive player, because at the end of the night, you want to have more goals than the other team does.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at those WDA top producers coming into the showdown here tonight. Brought to you by NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com. NDHighSchoolHockey.com, where you can find all the stats, all the schedules, all the recaps, the scoring leaders, you name it, the standings, boys and girls hockey, NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com. Marcus Butts at the top of the list from Legacy, along with Drew Beasley. They sit number 2 and 7 in the state, 1 and 2 in the West. 29 points for Butts coming into this week, 25 for Beasley. Max Viggs got 23 for Bismarck Century, good enough for number 10 in the state, 3 in the West. Matt Morelli from Minot High with his 2 goals tonight. He's going to leapfrog big and hop into that number 2 spot, depending on what Legacy does here this week. Morelli, number 12 in the state of North Dakota, coming into tonight. Matt Heiner from Mandan at number 23 in the state, 5 in the West region, 18 points for him, and 17 for Riley Erickson, leading the Coyotes from Williston. 9 goals, 8 assists for him at this point in the year. There's a look at the WDA top producers. One of them on that list tonight, Mac Morelli, with 2 goals here tonight. Power play goal and an even strength tally as well. Let's look at the stats from period number 2 here tonight. Minot leads Bottineau 4-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. This look at the numbers presented tonight by our friend Mason Kramer at Mason Kramer Photography. Game action shots and senior portraits can be found at Mason Kramer Photography. One of the best in the business. He really does do a great job. Here's the game reset to this point right now. 34 minutes into the 51 we'll play tonight. Minot scored 3 times in the first. Bottineau scored once. Minot and Bottineau tied in the second, each scoring a goal. In the first period, the shots were 15-10 Minot. In the second, they were tied 9-9 in the shot column. Total shots 24-19. Minot's got the advantage. Quality scoring chances for the Magi. Well, they've had 9 here in this hockey game. 8 for Bottineau-Rugby, 3 each in the second. Face-off category, Minot leads that. 13 in the first, 13 in the second, compared to 9 in the first and 11 in the second for Bottineau, 26-20 total. The real difference maker in this hockey game right now are the power plays. Minot High's gone 2 for 2 on the power play, and Bottineau-Rugby's gone 2 for 7. That's right, 7 power plays tonight here for Jesse Dostal's crew. Goal scoring looks like this. Tegan Strand started it tonight for Minot at 3:03 of the first. He was assisted by Brock Jones and Haven Freeman. Then it was Mac Morelli on the power play from Jackson Bradley and Kelton Esslinger. That made it 2-0 Magi. Brody Nordmark and Jacob Schreiber got on the board here for Bottineau-Rugby on a power play goal. That was Nordmark picking up point number 7 of the year. That happened at 11:47 of the first. Then Mac Morelli gave Minot a 3-1 lead when he scored. Carter Coleman and Kelton Esslinger had the assist on the play. 3-1 at the end of 1. In the second, Bottineau-Rugby's power play strikes. 5-minute mark, it was Tucker Feed that put it to the back of the net. An unassisted goal for him. Then the Magi got on the board when Easton Panasuk put it in the back of the net for the Magi. Jackson Radke and Jersey Abrahamson had the assist on the goal for Panasuk, which was number 4 on the season for the sophomore. That's where we stand at the end of 2 periods played. 6 goals in total. Minot's got 4 of them. Bottineau-Rugby has the other 2. One more break on our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. When we come back, we'll face off the third. It's the Magi and the Braves tonight here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Legacy Financial Partners, the Bone and Joint Center, Ask Fitness, Thompson Larson Funeral Home, First Choice Physical Therapy, The Hoopster, KX News, Century Eyewear, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Qdoba, Jersey Mike's Subs, Nathan Stremick Signal Realty, Eyes on Burdick, Chuppy Health, Subway, the Beaupre Law Firm, Minot's Finest Collision Center, State Farm Paul Siebert, Minot Hockey Boosters, Prestwich Orthodontics, Hub International, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Ackerman S. Fold, Premier Chiropractic, Vibeto Orthodontics, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Jerome's Collision Center, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, Jobbers Moving and Storage, Sport Clips, Shots Crossroads, Planning Team Financial Advisors, ServPro, BNC National Bank, Shields. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
I wasn't really thinking about the shots, honestly. It's just the shots came to me. Derek and Eric especially had some great drives, which led to some great kicks. Shout out to them. It feels good.
For you to come out here from a defensive effort against Eagle staff, you're way smaller than him. Obviously, how did you get yourself pumped up for that?
Well, Coach has a thing that says height doesn't measure heart, and I strongly believe in that. I got the heart, and it doesn't matter if I got the height or not.
That line. Good luck next week.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, great job. I don't have the height, but I got the heart. That was a pretty cool sign right there by Jagger Gunville. Back up to you guys.
Yes, and now.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy.
Well, we apologize to Shots Crossroads. They had 3 minutes on the clock, and all of a sudden it's up to 17. Let's start our third. We're underway tonight from the Pepsi Rink for our third period of play. If you're just joining us, Minot is in white, Bottineau's in purple here tonight. The Magi lead 4-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We talked about Jillian Ackerman earlier on here tonight, Matt, and I said 12 career shutouts for Minot High. It's actually number 14 for her tonight. That ties the all-time record at Minot High School. Congratulations to Jillian Ackerman. 14 career shutouts. Just think of that.
She's got a lot of time left.
Yes, she does. Out in front, Swangstu fires on. Oh, hard shot on goal. And Ben Swangstu's just been a bit snake-bitten here in his senior campaign. Swangstu looking for the goal there. Swangstu on the year coming in. Well, to tonight's matchup, Swangstu still has 9 on the season, 6 assists for 15 points. Big Ben was somebody that I thought would probably have a few more on the year. One of those guys that Minot High looked to, but he delivers so much more in his game besides just points. He's a good two-way player.
He'll get him when we need him.
Up to the point, Freeman's got it here. Uh-oh, that puck's turned over. Back come the Braves the other direction here with Gabe Glasner. Glasner takes it down. Freeman pasted him into the wall. Comes up now to Esslinger. Went off to Morelli with a pair tonight. Sends it over now to Coleman. He went through the legs and down in deep. Comes up to the point now. Radke spins it towards the net. Oh, Esslinger had it on the tape. Kelton Esslinger has it here. Sends it down. Got past Coleman. Around the end boards it sits now. Lorenz on the far side. He's going to free it here, and Lorenz will start the rush now here for Bottineau. Taken by Radke. Off to Morelli. And it comes back away down to Lane Tiffany. And Tiffany goes to work here where he fires it up to center. Morelli's right back in with it. Morelli tried to drop it back to Esslinger. His pocket was picked by Heisler. Comes away down to Tiffany. And Tiffany throws it up to Lorenz and sends it down into offensive territory here for Bottineau-Rugby. Third period tonight brought to you by our friends at Hub International Insurance. Leading North American insurance brokerage for all your business and personal insurance needs. Contact Josh Cattell or Michael Borman today at Hub International Insurance. Puck comes to Morelli. He's into the zone with it. Mac Morelli had his pocket picked. It was poked from him. Radke got it, sent it down. And now Panasock with a goal here tonight. Ties it up down to the corner. Goes in after it, but it's taken here by Abderrahman. Comes back away. Finley Betts has it. Turns it out in front on a tee. Your Strand top shelf. He scores. Tegan Strand got that one and sent it right to the cookie jar. And Strand picks up his second of the year. Magi lead 5-2.
Well, this is a good time to get your first couple goals because that's what you need. We talk about you can't be the same guys all the time. The Joneses, Fangstus, Nestlinger, your top end guys, Bradley's. It needs to be other guys got to contribute.
Right in on goal. Freeman's going to make a save. Look out. Uh-oh, now we're going to have a little get-together inside the blue paint. And the boys will be boys here as they talk it over.
I think he got taken down before he went into the goalie. If anything, that could have been a penalty on Bottineau.
Minot scores here in the third. An even strength tally for the Magi. It's going to be Strand on the goal. Even strength. We'll see if there's official assists coming here.
Here's your Magician scoring summary.
And right on cue, here's Duffy Novak. Strand from Finley Bence. Minot leads 5-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Up to center with it. The Braves take it. They're going to send it down. Out of the net came Strand to play it. Goes over to the far side. Hopped over Bence's tape. And at center, it's regrouped here by the Braves and Schreiber. He comes up the near side wall. Then Panasuk. Uh-oh, Panasuk was run into and hard. Getting into him there was Lorenz. And the puck is hammered in by Bence. Blocker save. Comes all the way back up to the line. Sent back down into the corner. Goes back away down to Bence. Bence has it here. Tried to feed it out front. This one's going to get past Deal. And Bradley's going to have to come all the way back to pick it up in front of his own net here with under 14 to play in the third period. Minot scored 3 in the first, 1 in the second. They've scored 1 in the third to get to 5 here tonight. 1 in the first, 1 in the second for Bottineau-Rugby here in this showdown. As the puck comes all the way down where Strand's out of the net to play it. And Strand just sweeps it up on the far side wall off to Brock Jones. Jones then with the backhand sent it into the Minot High bench and a stop in the play with 13:38 left here in this third period.
Well, for Minot, get more physical. You got to keep bumping these guys. Bottineau's playing a little more physical. They think they're, I wouldn't say getting frustrated, but they know they've got to hit. They've got to be physical right back with Minot. Minot's got a little bit of a size advantage, I think. I don't think that's being unfair to say. I think you'd agree.
I would. You look at what Bottineau-Rugby's done on the year, Matt. Came out of the gates and lost to Devil's Lake. Then they beat Jamestown. It was quite an eye-opener for some teams inside of the WDA, and then it was Bottineau-Rugby that lost to Dickinson, Grafton, Williston, Mayville. Then they go to Legacy and take down Mario Lamoureux's crew. And you're looking at them going, what in the world is the deal with the Jekyll and Hyde Bottineau Braves? Here's a drive from the line, and that one's going to be tipped off the stick and up and out of play. After their win at Legacy, they dropped the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they beat Hayes and Beulah 9-6, and they've gone 0-4 in their last 4 since then. Again, they're 1-9 in their last 10 and 1-4 on the year. But it's one of those teams that, kind of like last year, the WDA opening round of the state tournament, WDA tournament, excuse me. Here's Morelli looking for number 3, fired it into traffic. You never know when they're going to get you.
Well, you better be ready to play, otherwise it's going to you're going to lose. There's no other way to say it.
Esslinger's got it here. That one's going to go up into the safety net and a stop in the play.
And I think sometimes you're just playing with confidence. If you get a win, maybe against a team that you shouldn't beat, that does a lot for the confidence. And if you can get on a little bit of a roll, where Minot, it's not that we played bad, we just had a little bit of a struggle at home.
5 games remain for Minot High, including tonight. Legacy and Mandan on the schedule still. Those are makeup games. You've got Williston at home coming up. They go to Dickinson coming up over the this weekend, actually. So not a whole lot of time left of the season. You think about the WDA Hockey Tournament. We're already into February tomorrow, and that state tournament happens the last weekend in February with only 3 weekends in the month. You know that it's right around the corner here.
It comes up in a hurry.
You want to be playing your best hockey in February. I think it's fair to say Minot High, leading up till tonight's game, really hasn't been playing their best that we've seen them on the season, but maybe tonight is a turning point for them. They get 5 on the board here tonight. Goal scoring really has been their issue. They've played well. They just haven't found a way to score in their last games. Tipped in front. That one went just wide. Esslinger got it back behind the net now. Esslinger here. He's going to be hit on the play. And what will the call be on this one? A tripping call. And
Either way, we'll take it. I don't know if that was a trip. I think he just kind of nudged from behind, but well, we'll leave it at that. I guess if the main thing is if Minot can stay out of the box. So, you know, it's one of those things we're not referees, but boy, sometimes you shake your head, and most times you're like, yep, that was a good call.
I have such a good relationship with Eric Steele, Blada, Jake Stack, all of them. Nothing but respect for him. Here's a drive that comes in. Save, rebound, tucked in. Oh, Abrahamson buries it home. And the power play for the Magi goes 3 for 3, and they lead 6-2.
So, I mean, it's a good sign to see when Minot's, making their power play chances count. But if you're the same thing, too, just use this game as a good learning experience. Let's draw penalties. Let's not take them, and especially not take 7-8 like we have been tonight. You don't want to. I don't think you want to play that type of style of game, because most of the time there'll be another team that their power plays like Minot's tonight.
5 power play goals here tonight. Been a power play-a-thon here. Here's a drive out in front. That one from Hansen. Comes back down to Finley Bench, who's got it. Spins down to the corner. Tiffany works on him. Lane Tiffany frees it, comes back up. Now for the Magi. In a goal, save, rebound, sent out of there. Here's Getzlaf. We'll listen in to Duffy Novak. Deal and Panasuk in on that one. Getzlaf's down on the ice. He's in some pain over the far corner. Puck comes back away down to Bradley, and Bradley sends it out where he went to Schuster. He tried to feed it off to Hansen. Right back in come the Braves, and the Braves have it on the far side wing. Drop back, Getzlaf couldn't get a reach on it. Comes back away down to Finley Bentz. He turns the motor on. Bentz is going to crash towards the net. He's written off in the corner. Puck is freed up now here to Bradley. Bradley goes back to Swangstu. Swangstu sends it in. Save was made there from Freeman, and Swangstu's got it again. Swangstu goes back to the line, sent in from the point from Cope, knocked down. Abrahamson with a goal in tonight's hockey games. Got it tied up down to the corner. Getzlaf runs into Bentz. Puck still freed. Getzlaf on top. Abrahamson now down to the corner. It comes for Swangstu. Swangstu saucers it back up. Cope tried to send it in. Bentz has it here. Minot High buzz it. Comes back away to the near sideline. Deal's got it. Deal at the half wall. Sends it towards the net. Hit traffic. Knocked down. Puck comes down at the goal line. Now it's going to be freed here by Nordmark. Taken back away there. Swangstu's got it. Swangstu back in behind. Wrapped it around. And the stop was made from Freeman. Abrahamson called for it. He got it. Sent one in. Blocker's stop was made right in Ovechkin's office there as it comes back away. Now to Swangstu up top. Cope again on a tee. Sent in. Pat save. Rebound. Another save. Wraparound in the net. They scored. Abrahamson's got back-to-back goals.
Well, you see what happens when all that pressure pays off. I was in their end probably the last 2-3 minutes there. Bottineau just couldn't find a way to get it out.
Back-to-back goals for Abrahamson. Where will the credit come? Will it be 5 and 19 possibly on the assist? We'll wait and see. And Minot leads 7-2. They've blown it open here in the third. A little bit of lover boy. The kid is hot tonight. Tribute to the sophomore Abrahamson, who's got a pair. Esslinger down and deep. Scrubbing forward here. Tiffany sends him into the boards. Comes back away and sends her out to the far side. Here's Lorenz up to center. Unassisted, they say, for Abrahamson. Puck comes away down to Morelli. He's into the zone looking for the hat trick. Morelli makes a move, takes it down. Morelli's got it here on the near side. Goes back up to the line where it goes to Morelli again. Morelli dropped it off. Coleman sent it in. Pat save. Rebound out in front. Freeman hanging on to it. Still a scrum for it. Uh-oh, hang on. Here we go. Now Goaltender comes up and gives Coleman a shot right to the lid.
Yeah, that should be a penalty right there. It's like you throw a punch like that, that should be an automatic penalty. I mean, they'll probably even it up, knowing the way the referees are going to do. One guy from each one. We'll give the goalie one. Of course, you can't give the goalie. You can give a penalty. He just can't serve it. He's got to get somebody from the bench.
Coleman's going to come over and go into the box here. Devin Blada and Eric Steele in the middle of your screen there. The officials will have the conversation. They're both going to get roughing penalties, I believe. That will be. So the netminder, Freeman, will get a 2-minute rough, and Coleman gets a 2-minute rough.
I mean, that's probably the right call, but I mean, it could. I mean, that's actually an easy call. I mean, you give them 1-1, whatever. You know, they don't want to put Bottineau down anymore. I mean, I'm thinking they play the board a little bit there. I mean, it seems like it, but either way, Minot, take a guy with you.
Well, when you look at Steele and Blada, the officials on the ice here tonight, guys that have plenty of experience in the North American Hockey League, plenty of years reffing. They do a fantastic job. Puck comes all the way down, and Freeman left it to the side of the net. 8:25 to play here in this third. Finley Bentz, hard forecheck, freed it for Strand. Strand tried to feed Panasuk. Comes all the way. Bradley lost an edge. It's a 2-on-1, making a 3-on-1 for the Braves. Sent out front. Here's a drive. They scored. Top shelf for Heisler. And Mason Heisler puts one on the board for the Braves.
Tough break for Bradley there. He fell down when he's going to retrieve the puck, and wide open chance for Bottineau. That's actually a pretty nice play by Bottineau. Nice pass. Good shot. Not much Strand can do on that one.
Well, Heisler found his opportunity, and he sent it to the top shelf. 16th point of the year for Mason Heisler. 7-3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Well, when you look at the games that these two teams have played here in the Pepsi Rink, the game last year was an 8-2 final. 7-0 in 2019, 8-0 in 18, 7-1 in 16-17, and another high-scoring affair here tonight. As Minot still leads 7-3.
If you're Minot, play it cool. Don't be smart. Don't take any more penalties. Just stay out of the box. Play hard. No, don't change your style. Just be aggressive, but just be smart. Dump. You have a play. Get over the red line. Dump it in. It kills a lot of time. Make those guys keep working. Bottineau's tiring. They're tiring out. We've had a couple shifts where they couldn't even get it out at all.
Well, if you haven't already done so, make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, where it's always game day. Big thanks again to all you fans joining us here tonight. Puck's out in front. Schuster trying to get a handle on it. Sends it towards the net. He's not able to get a stick on it. Comes back away down to Lorenz, and Lorenz will take it and skate it up. Lorenz gets it back. Sends it out front, opening home. You see the PSP Network Twitter handle at Network PSP. Like and follow us. Hit subscribe on the YouTube channel as well. Lorenz had the puck. Jones came out of the box, and Jones had him lined up. Comes away now here to Swangstu. He's down in the corner. Swangstu trying to go back to Jones. Jones down in deep, back to Swangstu. Swangstu top of the circle, sends it in, and the stop is made from Freeman. He'll hang on to it. 6 minutes, 57 seconds to play in the third period. Big thanks tonight to Andrew Woodbeck for his work on the PSP Network. Thanks to our good friend Larry Johnson for helping out, as always, here tonight as well. It's like a family, they say. You know, it's got to get some help once in a while. Into the offensive zone come the Braves. Here's an opportunity out front. Strand with a save. Rebound out front. Getzlaf rang the goal pipe. Comes back to Getzlaf. Up top it comes down. It's worked back to the line. Sent down. Hit traffic there. Comes away here to Matson. Matson sent it off the glass. That Swangstu was hit by Getzlaf. That frees the puck here up in the neutral ice territory, where it comes back now to the captain on the far side, Shriver, who moved it in. Esslinger's got it here, chipped it off ahead. Now Swangstu's into the zone. He has a trailing Jones with him. Swangstu run into. Look out, down in deep. Getzlaf takes it back. It's a rivalry, folks. This one could get ugly before it's over. Hello, Madsen was dumped. Comes back away now here to the possession. At the point for Radke. Radke down it comes here to Swangstu. If you're Jesse Nostal, do you tell your team to full green light here? Let Minot know that if you're going to play him in the region tournament, there's going to be some big ones coming. There's a big hit on the near side. The captain for the Magi, Esslinger, was pasted there. Nordmark got into him. And like I mentioned, this one getting a little chippy. Esslinger and Nordmark still having a conversation. Radke comes over to Nordmark, gives his pleasantries. Nordmark's into the box. And what will we have here?
That's close for a 5. It was by the boards. I don't know. 7. Yeah, hard to say. What do we know? I mean, it's probably going to be a 2, but when they talk long, I don't know. That doesn't. I mean, you see so many games where there's a 5-minute penalty in high school. It doesn't always have to be a 5-minute in a high school game. But I get it. It's by the boards is dangerous. You can end a player's career and his health, and you want everybody to be safe, but you cringe when somebody gets popped by the boards, and I don't care if it's our guy or their guy. Nobody wants to see anybody injured. You're not a normal human being if you want somebody to get hurt.
5-minute major for boarding.
5. So pretty much his night's over.
And a slashing call on top of it. 5-on-3 power play comes out now for the Magi. And the Minot High power play has gone 3 for 3 here tonight. They get a 5-on-3 advantage now.
Yeah, you do. It's a good thing here, but like him, it's like those are tough calls. I mean, we're not about to tell a ref how to do his job. If anything, I just like to know sometimes what they see, and that's why they get together and huddle up, and those guys, you trust them to make the right call.
I would guess that the tail end of that conversation, they probably figured out what the call was, and then the tail end of it, they were trying to decide what's better at Sean's Crossroads, the ham and cheese balls or the mozzarella sticks for an appetizer. Maybe not. Who knows? Puck comes to Morelli, trying to set it down in deep. Swangstu fires. Hit traffic there. Morelli's going to come back to retrieve all the way back up at center. Morelli had his skate knocked out from underneath him. Lorenz is back in. Bradley takes it away. Now Esslinger's got it again. Minute 30 of 5-on-3 time here for the Magi. Esslinger's into the zone. Comes down to Morelli. He's got a lane with it. Morelli sends it down. What a play to Esslinger. They scored. Oh, he sent it right to him. Mac Morelli to Kelton Esslinger. And it's 8-3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Well, you see what happens. Good things happen when you pass the puck. You got heads-up play. Most of the time, the game is about moving the puck. You move the puck, good things happen. Some people get it, and some guys have the creativity and some don't. But when you're the receiving guy, you got to be ready at all times. You never know when puck's going to be on your stick.
Into the zone. Tegan Strand's got it here. Under 5 to play here in regulation. 4 minutes and 10 seconds remains on that 5-on-3. I'm sorry, of that 5-minute major. 5-on-3 goes to a 5-on-4 after the last power play goal. Comes down to Tegan Strand underneath the net. He comes away with it near side. Strand's going to walk out to the circle. Comes down to Deal. Sends it down into the corner. Back it came from Panasuk. Strand on angle shot. Sent it wide. Puck comes away to the far wing. Dumped all the way down. Strand goes down to the pillows and makes a play with the paddle of the stick. Well, Minot High boys basketball, the team is here. They've got smiles on their faces. My guess that means that they took down Turtle Mountain tonight. Don't have the official score for you. In comes Minot High's Radke.
Well,
Morelli to Esslinger.
I was going to say, sorry about that. That's the advantage you have on a major, is you can score as many times as you want. It's not one and the guy's out. It's you can let loose and ring up the score, and not that they're all easy. Not that it's a given score on a 5-minute major, but if you really move the puck, you can score. You can really make it pay. You can really make it tough on the other team.
Schuster out front. He got the start tonight here on senior night. Comes away now here to the near side. Up at the point, across it came from Cope, down to Bentz. Bentz has it here. Bentz is going to walk into the center slot. Bentz is going to now hit the brakes and survey, sends it out to the middle, trying to go back to Schuster. Out of the zone it came. Big hit on the near side, or collision on the wall at least, I should say, as the puck's going to be taken by Schuster, who carries down. Here's Schuster out front, fires on. Save was made from Freeman. Shots are 37-22. Minot's got the advantage in that category here tonight. They also lead 8-3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Culp down to the corner here for Abrahamson. He had back-to-back goals here in this third period. Lane Tiffany down to the corner. He's tied up in deep. Minot High's got Eli Hansen in to help out. Hansen's going to come out with it at the half wall up to Freeman. Also got the start tonight for senior night. Sent it in. And the pad save was made there from Freeman, the netminder on the other side. Culp had it taken away here. The puck's taken and sent all the way back to the other end of the ice surface. Down it comes, and Freeman's in after it. Lorenz causing trouble for him there. Lorenz out front. Oh, tried to feed Getzlaff too far in front of him. Comes back away down to Abrahamson, who went down to Strand. Panasuk in with it. Back to Strand. Oh, what a save there. Comes off now to Panasuk. Up top it came now across from Deal over to the far point. Radke fanned on it, sends it down in behind the net. Underneath it comes now where it goes here. Back up top from Deal. Fired that one off of Lorenz's shin pads, and the rolling puck comes all the way back into Minot High territory. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to play here in regulation tonight from the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena on senior night here for Minot High. They've got themselves an 8-3 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Puck comes away now up to Radke. He's into the zone with it. Radke's going to take it down. Radke threw it out front. Freeman made the save. Puck comes away now up to the line where Abrahamson handles again. Abrahamson's got it. He's tattooed by Getzlaff. Loose in front. Panasuk, side of the net, just couldn't get a stick on it. Puck's taken and launched out. And credit Bottineau with their penalty kill. This 5-minute major here, Minot High's had some issues with. They did get one on the first minute and a half. As I say that, you look down and say Minot High's power play net goal. By the way, they're 4 for 5 here tonight, and they still have 50 seconds remaining of power play time. Puck comes down into the corner. 80 seconds approaching here in the hockey game.
I love your speakers down there. You can hear it's got some great action.
Haven't picked up anything out of line here, out of bounds tonight. That's always good too. Ball comes back away. Puck comes back away, excuse me, all the way back up into Minot High territory's offensive side. And down it comes for the icing.
Almost a minute left.
1:02 left of the third period. Stick around for our Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show here tonight. We'll have our MVP of the contest coming your way here tonight. And our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game here in this hockey game. Puck comes back away now on the near side wing. Under a minute to play tonight in regulation. Pickard against Lorenz. They come together on the near side wing. Now the puck comes back on into Minot High territory. Cope is back in after it. Lorenz on the hard forecheck. Cope frees it, trying to get it up now to Abrahamson. Too far in front of him. Comes away now to Pickard. Pickard on the near side wing. Moved it off to Abrahamson. Dump and chase for the Magi's on. We're down to 30 seconds to play here in regulation. Colbin back to the point. Cope's got it. Fires it in. This will be 6 big points tonight for the Magi. They're going to move into first place inside of the WDA standings with the victory here tonight. And they have an opportunity to win a West Region Championship. They're still in a position to do so with games at hand. They've got Mandan and Legacy still to come. Those are going to be tough contests. Williston's always tough no matter what. Minot waxed them earlier on this year.
Dickinson this weekend.
And Dickinson this weekend. And I don't think there's anyone in the West that wants to challenge Dallas Kuntz's team, especially at the WDA tournament or on their home ice in Dickinson. 10 seconds left. Count them down.
Going to be some tough games. Well, they're all tough.
Conversations everywhere here with 6.8 left here in the showdown.
It'll be a good handshake.
Yeah, stick around. We're not done yet tonight, folks.
That's what we like. Keep everybody on their toes.
Always got to have some fun, don't we?
Yeah, well, they're right.
And off the face-off, Strand having a conversation here with Feed. And the horn's going to sound, and this one's going to be over after that save there from Freeman. Then a shot after the whistle. Look out. Now there's going to be a commotion coming here. And things will get busy at the end of the hockey game. And if I'm Feed, I'm doing the same exact thing. That shot came well after the horn sounded here tonight. Minot High is going to come out of here with an 8-3 victory tonight. And some jam for the Magi on a night that could have went one of two ways for either one of these hockey teams. And it involved 6 points on the pro side and 6 points on the con side. And tonight it was the Magi that came up with the victory. Handshake line after matchups like this, probably the most intense moment for the coaching staffs on both sides as they come through this line, wouldn't you have to think, especially at this point in the year?
Well, like you said, play it cool. Don't do anything dumb. Just tell them nice work. We'll probably, you never know. We'll probably see them again in the West Region Tournament. It could happen. We might not, but most of the times you're going to play somebody another time. You're going to have to win. If you want to be the champ, you got to win 3 times. So, but you're going to have to play somebody, and they're all going to be tight games, and they're going to be fun to watch.
8-3, the final score tonight. The Magi take down the Bottineau-Rugby Braves. When we come back to our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show here tonight, we'll break down this contest on the PSP Network. We'll have our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game, and we'll also have our MVP of the contest brought to you by Sport Clips. Let's go to our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show here tonight.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Oh, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.
It's time for the Shots Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show. Now for a look at game stats and analysis. Let's go to the postgame show.
8-3 final score tonight. Minot High takes down the Bottineau-Rugby Braves in matchup number 99 all-time between these two teams. Minot picks up win number 78 all-time against Bottineau-Rugby here tonight. 8-3 is the final on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Welcome into our Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial Advisors, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors can help you every step of the way. It's Planning Team Financial Advisors. At Shots Crossroads, home to the famous number 99, where team buses are always welcome. Shots Crossroads. Try that banana cream pie. I'm telling you, it's really tasty stuff at Shots Crossroads. It is good stuff. They bring you the post game tonight as well. Planning team and Shots. We have a lot to talk about here tonight as the Magi win 8-3. Welcome into our post game show. Nick Hulberg joined tonight by Matt Morelli, the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, and the former Minot High Magician here tonight. Senior night for the Magi. They get a win on their home ice. They explode for 8 goals here tonight. Their biggest margin of victory on the season, except the 9-1 win at Williston. And for Bottineau-Rugby, this was their biggest loss of the year. I lied to you. They lost 10-3 to Legacy earlier on this season as well. But this was a good hockey game through 2 periods of play tonight, and it was a 2-goal game heading into the 3rd period. Minot really unhooked the plow there in the 3rd. What's your big takeaway tonight for both of these teams?
Oh, I think we'll start with Bottineau. I think they're in it. I mean, Bottineau had a good game plan. They came out. They weren't getting as many chances as Minot was, but they were having opportunities. They had some 2-on-1s and some offensive zone pressure. They just didn't have enough of it. And I think Minot, give Minot credit. I think Minot wore them down as the game went on. Bottineau's got to use their skill. They've got guys that are going to see a lot of ice time. Well, that wears on them come 3rd period. And if you're both teams, I think you want to get try to eliminate some of these mistakes going into these last 3-4 games. I'm not quite sure how many games Bottineau has remaining, but Minot, we've got 4 left, I believe. So you want to have good stretches of play. Guys get some confidence so they know that they can look at the scoring, 8 goals. That's unusual. That's a lot for a high school game. So it gives guys confidence that are getting on the score sheet. You can't rely on your top 2 lines all the time. You need other guys to be successful and to make a run. Everybody needs to chip in somehow, even if it's not with points. Blocking shots, making the smart plays, just good pass, talking to your teammates. Defensive zone play in your own end is so big. It seems like a lot of teams. I think Minot pinned Bottineau in their zone. We had a couple shifts where it was in their zone for a shift or 2. I don't even think the Minot guys were coming off. It was that long, but Bottineau, no, they've got stretches of good play. I think it's just them. I think it's being consistent. Like you said, what team is going to show up? But then again, Minot, we've had plays like that too, where we look real solid, and then we have games where we kind of we fall asleep for stretches, and then it turns into goals against.
8-3 tonight in the final. What does that do for the standings, you ask? Well, let's take a look at them. Minot will leapfrog Legacy and Century into the top spot with 6 points here tonight to move up to 33 points now inside of the WDA. They will lead the pack. Legacy and Minot still to match up. Minot will match up with Mandan as well. Coming up, Mandan, a good hockey team at number 4 right now. They're 8-5. Match up against Dickinson and Williston as well. Minot plays Legacy. That game is going to be a wild one on the 9th of February. That comes up next week. Thanks again, James Knudsen, by the way. Travels all the way upstairs from down ice level every night to bring us our score sheets and starting lineups before the hockey game. And during the matchups, he deserves a lot of credit. All those gentlemen that volunteer their time down in that penalty box. That matchup with Legacy and Minot High, let's not put the cart before the horse, but that's going to have some major implications of who's going to win a West Region title if things go the way that they potentially could go for Minot coming up in the next few that they have right around the corner. But again, this is what's interesting about this. Dickinson's number 7 in the conference. Usually when one takes on 7, you don't really think much about that. You need to think about that because it's a Dickinson team coached by Dallas Kuntz that even at a 4-8 mark inside of the conference, this is a team that I don't think anybody has a whole lot of confidence going into that barn and playing because they're a hard hat, lunch pail team that has the ability to beat you, and they did this year. They took Minot down in a shootout earlier on here this season.
Well, I think you have these teams that they get up for the games. It seems like everybody gets up for a game against Minot. But if you're Minot, you sometimes maybe going on the road, I don't know what it is. Maybe there's less distractions. I don't know. You got a little more time to think. You got a little bit of a bus ride. You can relax, and maybe there's a little bit of a calming influence maybe on the trip over to the visiting rink. But I mean, this was a good game for Minot to get back on right the ship at home. We've still got, what do we got? Wilson at home? Yeah, so we've got. Yeah, right. So we got one home, 3 road. And like you're saying, you want to think positive and say if Minot can win out, but at any rate, with the teams in the West Region, I don't think you look down the road. Let's look forward to Saturday afternoon in Dickinson on the road. You've got a couple days, relax, get your body ready, get your rest, eat properly, so that when the trip over, that's a long drive for those guys, and either way, they've got to be ready. These points, every point is crucial. Look at last year. We had games that came down to we let a couple slip away at home, and it's the same thing. There's such big games for points. I mean, no team is really in the driver's seat. Anybody shows up and it gets a hot goalie, you're going to knock somebody off, and it's going to be heartbreak for somebody. And sorry, that's the name of the game. That's what makes it exciting.
Only 4 teams get into the state tournament out of the West Region, too, by the way. And that means that there's 6 teams that won't out of the West Region. And of those 6, I would have to say that, no offense to Hayes and Beulah, but there's a lot of teams in that conversation that could have a definite heartbreak hotel coming up in the middle of February coming up. All right, Matt, you ready for this? This is going to be a mouthful here tonight. 11 goals scored in the hockey game, along with 12 power plays or 12 penalties called. More than that here in the hockey game. 17 penalties were called in total here tonight. 4 power plays for the Magi, 7 for Bottineau. Let's get into our game reset tonight, brought to you by our friends at the UPS Store. UPS Store located on South Broadway in Minot, open Monday through Saturday. For your convenience, it's the UPS Store. We opened up here tonight with the Minot High Band, getting this place rocking. Great crowd on hand at the Pepsi Rink here tonight for senior night. And a tribute to the seniors and their parents here tonight. Tegan Strand, the sophomore, didn't wait long. He scored 3 minutes, 3 seconds in. Brock Jones and Haven Freeman assisted. Then it was a power play goal from Mac Morelli at 7:40. Jackson Bradley and Kelton Esslinger were on the board for that power play goal. Then it was Bottineau-Rugby that got on the board to make it a 2-1 game. Brody Nordmark from Schreiber to make it 2-1. Then Mac Morelli even strength from Carter Coleman and Kelton Esslinger. That brought the game to 3-1. That's where we ended after the first period of play. Shots in the first, well, Minot High had 15 in the first. Bottineau-Rugby had 10. In the second period, power play goal for Tucker Feed. That brought Bottineau-Rugby back within 1. But it was Easton Panasuk on the power play from Jackson Radke and Jersey Abrahams. And those goals came 2 minutes and 6 seconds apart, right in the middle portion of the period. And at the end of 2 periods of play, Minot High had a lead sitting at 4-2 at the end of 2. Shots of the second, we were tied 9-9. 3 in the first for Minot, 1 in the first for Bottineau-Rugby. 1 each in the second. In the third period, Minot unhooked the plow. They scored 4 goals compared to Bottineau's 1. Starting with Tegan Strand. He got a goal at 2:08. Finley Benz had the assist on the goal. Then it was Jersey Abrahamson back-to-back at 5:10 and 7:22. First one was assisted by Easton Panasuk and Aiden Deal. Second one was an even-strength goal unassisted for Abrahamson. Then Bottineau-Rugby's Mason Heisler rang the cookie jar. He was assisted by Abdururum. And it made it a hockey game that stood at 7-3. Minot got the last one. A power play goal and a beautiful dish from Mac Morelli. Sent it to Kelton Esslinger. And Esslinger finished it off. And Minot gets the victory tonight, 8-3. Shots in the third. No contest here. Minot dominated that category, 17-3. They were buzzing in that third period. Final shots tonight, 41-22. That means the goaltender saves look like this. Easton Freeman had 41 saves on 33 shots tonight. Toby Strand had 22 saves on 19 shots here tonight. Power plays in this hockey game had Minot High at 4 power plays. They went 4 for 4. 2 for 7 for Bottineau-Rugby. 10 penalties called on the Magi, 7 on Bottineau-Rugby. And the goaltender saves in that third period. Again, 13 of 17 for Easton Freeman. 2 of 3 for Toby Strand. That was a difference maker in this contest as well. Quality scoring chances total 17-10. Minot won that category. And the Magi pounded the category of faceoffs tonight. They won 40 of the 66 faceoffs that were taken here tonight at the Pepsi Rink. This game was a fun one here at the Mason Arena if you're a Magi fan, but I think if you're a Bottineau fan too, there's plenty to be proud of here in this hockey game. Like you said, it was close all the way till the third, and that's all you're looking for. Go back and think about this as well. Last year, Minot won 6-2 at the Lumberdome, and Bottineau won in the region tournament 3-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We'll take a break here tonight on our Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. We'll come back with a couple awards to hand out, then we'll get set and ready to take a little break before wrestling on Thursday night. Minot High gets a victory tonight, 8-3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We'll take a break, come back, and put a cap on this one here from the Pepsi Rink.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.
Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads bringing the post-game show tonight. Final of this one, Minot wins 8-3 if you're just joining us here tonight for this post-game wrap-up. Plenty of players with some points here tonight. That means we got some awards to hand out now. Let's start with our move of the game tonight, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. Locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. It's jobberswarehouse.com where you can log in today, find a move, find a quote. Jobbers Warehouse and Jobbers Moving and Storage. Well, you could go in a million different directions with this one here tonight, Matt, with 11 goals scored in the hockey game. But to me, when Jersey Abrahamson scored the second one, Bottineau was still kind of lurking around at 5-2. It wasn't over yet. But Abrahamson gets goals number 6 and 7 in a matter of 2 minutes and 12 seconds. I think his back-to-back goals right there really kind of put the nail in the coffin. And not only that, really boosted Minot High's confidence moving forward when get a guy like Abrahamson that buries a couple. They play The Kid Is Hot here, you know, by Loverboy. I mean, it really just kind of blew the top off of it. Any argument there? I mean, we could have went in a bunch of different directions here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. It's good to see those guys get on this, get high. Like I said, they're getting confidence and they're feeling good. This is the time of the year that you want to go into that last stretch run feeling good and knowing that you can make a difference and you can contribute. Every guy needs to make a contribution in order for Minot to go on past the West, do well West Region, and then hopefully into the state tournament. So, yeah, that was a good game for Jersey.
Congratulations, Jersey Abrahamson. Jobbers Moving and Storage moving the game tonight. Back-to-back goals, 2 minutes, 12 seconds apart here tonight. Time for our MVP of the contest. Somebody's getting shorted tonight when you score that many goals and have that many great plays on a night like tonight. It's going to be tough to pick one, but Matt Morelli, I thought tonight really stood out with his goal scoring in the first period. He had 2 of the first, including what would have been back-to-back tallies for him. On the power play, one even strength, but he made a play in that third period on that Esslinger goal where he fed it back door in his vision on that play. Esslinger tucks it to the back of the net. Esslinger had 1 and 2 tonight. Morelli had 2 and 1. Abrahamson had 2 and 1 tonight. I mean, there was guys all over. Tegan Strand had a pair tonight. I mean, there's plenty of guys that this could have went to, but I like the way Mac Morelli played tonight, deserving of an MVP here tonight. Any argument there?
No, I think it's good. It's good for Mac. He was, he's kind of a playmaker. I think he's got a pass-first mentality. He can score, but I think a lot of times people don't realize he gets more satisfaction out of seeing other guys score. He likes making plays and opportunities. He could have fed Carter Coleman on that nice one. I think he just fanned on it. But now you need guys that have creativity and want to make plays, and but you also need snipers. You need guys like Ben Svanksview and guys like the Brock Jones that they've been a little quiet. You mentioned they've been a little quiet lately, but you can just have a feeling that those guys are going to come up big when it really counts. And these next 3, 1 at home and 3 on the road, and then you go into the West Region, you need your veterans, older guys to pop a couple big ones for you that just really take the team, put them on their back.
You got Strand scoring, you got Abrahamson scoring, got Esslinger, the captain, scoring. You get Big Ben and Brock Jones going here. And Minot High could be deadly come tournament time. Congratulations, by the way, again, Mac Morelli on tonight's MVP award. Brought to you by Sport Clips, where you can sign in with a hairstylist today. Do it online. It's quick, convenient, it's easy. Sport Clips brings you tonight's MVP of the game. Well, a couple more things to look at before we say goodnight to you folks here tonight. Don't forget, WDA basketball tournament comes to the PSP network. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage of every game at the WDA tournament. By the way, Minot High boys basketball did win tonight. The Magi took down Turtle Mountain. I wrote it down somewhere here. Hang on a second. 91-72 over a gritty Turtle Mountain team tonight. Congratulations to them. WDA basketball will be on the PSP network. Schedule the rest of this week on the PSP network. We've got some stuff coming your way on Thursday nights. Let's get ready to rumble with 4 wrestling matches lined up. You've got Century at Bismarck in boys and girls wrestling. Williston comes to town to take on Justin Racine's Minot High Magicians in boys wrestling. Mitch Meyer and his Majets will host Williston in girls wrestling coming up on Thursday as well. Friday, a doubleheader of basketball. You've got Dickinson at Bismarck. Saturday, Garrison's at Standing Rock for basketball. And I'm going to be with my little guy and my wife, Ike and Paige, and yours truly. We're going to the Monster Trucks at the Fargo Dome. We're going to take a little break here before we get into tournament time. I won't get to see the family a whole bunch coming up here in about a week and a half here once we get into tournament time. So I love it. That's awesome, man. Like, you used to think of the old days of Monster Trucks. They used to have at the All-Seasons Arena. Did you ever go to that? Yes, I did. Oh, gosh. This is going back 20 years ago. Mason, I'd take him to that every once in a while. I'd just be like, God, not this stuff again. But the kids, you do it for your kids and the excitement. They all like the trucks and the sounds, and you can sit up there and relax and just see it's a totally different crowd at the Monster Trucks. We'll just keep it, you fill in the blank on your own, but the strange characters you see at the Monster Trucks, that's worth the price of admission every time. I can't even wait. I'm looking forward to it coming up on Saturday night. Matt, your closing thoughts on this one here tonight? Time for some banana cream pie? I mean, is that... Man, that could be, yeah. I think it's, or even fries and gravy. Fries and gravy sound good. Great job tonight, partner. Thanks, buddy. A lot of fun. For Mr. Matt Morelli and Jason Bennett here joining me tonight on the broadcast. Jason in the coach's corner. Matt Morelli for his analysis here tonight of this hockey game. Big thanks again to Andrew Woodbeck and Larry Johnson for their help tonight as well. Final one more time from the Pepsi Rink. The Magi take down Bottineau 8-3 in the 99th all-time meeting between the two schools. Minot leapfrogs into first place in the West region, but there's plenty more to come in WDA play. It's going to get intense down the stretch. Buckle up, tight hockey fans. That WDA tournament right here at the Pepsi Rink will be worth the price of admission. And 4 teams will get into the state tournament. That means that 6 others will not. It's going to be a wild ride coming up right around the corner. Big thanks to all those sponsors that make PSP Network happen. Without them, frankly, we would not be here. Nick Hulberg signing off tonight from the Pepsi Rink. 8-3 the final. Magi get the win. Until next time, please have a great night, and God bless.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move?
It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit off. 7, pressure, points, yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.